to the final table. Taking seat 1 from England, he has 385,000 in chips. Please welcome Sebastian Crane. Taking seat number 2, he is the current chip leader of the table with 916,000 in chips. From Lithuania, let's welcome Arunis. Taking seat number 3 from Finland with 668,000 in chips. This is Kusu. Klaus. Taking seat number 4 from Germany with 488,000 in chips. Please welcome Fabian. Seat 5 from Finland with 609,000 in chips. Let's welcome Sami Paananen. $632,000 in chips from Slovakia. Let's welcome Tomas Zabo. From Latvia with 182,000 in chips, welcome Denis Lebedevs. And finally, from Finland with 289,000 in chips, Jari Kurikka. This is the final table of the Pot Limit Omaha 4 and 5 championships. 139 entries in this one. It's a 1K PLO, and we are on 6,000, 12,000 blinds. We're going to shuffle up and deal for the button. Button on seat 1, yes. This is a round of each. PLO4, PLO5. 3 minutes left on this level. We're going to shuffle up and deal. Players, enjoy. Have fun on your final table.
I have to say, Andreas, I was paying attention to the 3K earlier in the day, and I really had no idea how deep they are. I mean, look at this average stack, 521,000, and look what blind level we are. And this is a PLO final table of over 40 big blinds deep. With a 30-minute clock, I think we're here for some really true, some moves happening on this table, Andreas.
For sure, yeah. So, of course, being a PLO4 and 5 cards, both a lot of action coming and a lot of moves, as you say, Jason, because these guys are familiar with this format, the PLO4. They played a lot, of course, and many of them the last few years, of course, also specializing in the 5 card. And we'll go through a little bit about the differences in those games, but we will start now. I think we're on a 4 card. Yes, we are. And this is Fabian Bartuch, who just folded, and already a winner on this series, right?
Yeah, he's been on fire. He won a trophy at the last event at the Vilnius Acebreaker, went over to Asia, managed to win something over there before coming over to the Kings of Tallinn, and won the 350 open-face Chinese, which, that might have been one of the hardest ones to win, because the field, there was nobody that was not, really, really good in that field, and it's not like you can bluff in that game, so everybody was pretty technically sound in that one. But he's a mixed game player, but he wins in Hold'em as well. He's just a player to watch out for. He likes to compete. He's always uber focused, but super friendly, also on and off the tables. But Arunis over here with the chip lead, he's also a player I'm very familiar with. I've known him and played with him for probably about 15 years locally in Vilnius. And
was he on the 2 tables left on Tuesday in the first stream we had, Arunis?
He might have been,
yeah.
But I wasn't in the stream then. I definitely didn't commentate him, but we had a few guests that day. But Arunis does play the occasional tournament, but he must have signed up for a team, because normally his butt is parked downstairs in that cash game room.
All right.
He does love his cash games. He is a quite accomplished player. and it's no surprise to me that he is not only on the final table, but the chip leader.
And as you said earlier, Jason, 139 entrants, and they came back this morning poker time, which means noon, on 2 tables, and then now we are formed our 8 persons final table. And as you said, Arunis coming in with the chip lead. You heard all the chip counts in Teresa Nusiainen's introductions moments ago, and now we are off on the second hand. And so far, we saw Thomas here folding kings in the first hand, electing not to play them. And here we have Jari with a hand good enough to open. He's one of the shorter stacks on the table.
He opts to fold the ace, jack, 10, 8. That was the jack that was suited. It's where we're kind of missing George Sanford, who give a shout out to, but he's really plays non-stop PLO.
Yeah, George at the moment in Brazil.
Yeah, so that's got to be nice. It's been nice here in a different way with the fresh, cold air, and in Brazil it's probably the complete opposite, where it's also nice, but with hot air.
Absolutely, yeah. So he post something a golf round this morning. I'll look at this one then, flopping a straight for Sebastian and the top set, and also backdoor flushes for Fabian. So this goes for some action, most likely, as Fabian checked, and over to Sebastian, who's of course continuing. He was the opener pre-flop, and goes for the slightly less than half pot bet.
You never want to slow play hands in Omaha. You want to bet when you have it. There's always just too many outs. Here we see Fabian actually has quite a strong holding, but he's a very accomplished PLO player to know that top set is not the nuts even right now in PLO.
And now he gets the flush draw as well on the turn, so he's not going anywhere. But of course, Sebastian now is going to go bigger. We have 148K in the middle, and he sits with 320 behind. So this could be some trouble for Fabian, because of course he will know that the holding of Sebastian will many times include a flop straight here, high cards, but of course top set and added flush draw now.
And the bet was around 2/3 of the pot, and you saw his hand shaking as he was releasing the chips there. Fabian, I think, was just looking straight ahead, so maybe he didn't pick up on that. I don't think it matters. He's really just doing the math right now, as you said. And I think if it's a pot size bet, it's possible to even get away from. But at this sizing, you know, even though it's 1/4 of his stack, he just has too many cards in the deck that can actually give him the nuts.
And blocking a king, of course, as well. And here comes the heart, so no flushes possible. And check mark is with Sebastian. The flop straight stands all the way, but interesting to see now, because of course there will be another bet with the nuts for Sebastian, and
yeah,
I mean that king could be some trouble for Fabian here now, and I mean he could turn his hand into something else.
If it was a pair of kings, I would agree, but I think with the single king, it's safe. It's just, does he really, like, we don't know how Sebastian was playing at the other tables. If Sebastian was capable of 3-barrel bluffing, which he shouldn't be necessarily doing in this spot, is your top set ever a call? But so he's actually thinking about it right now.
I think he'll find the fold eventually, but it's 115 into 360, right? 358. So
yeah, I mean he should fold, but it's 150. It's even bigger.
Oh, okay.
So there's
there we go. Okay.
It's basically saying I got it. It's the stack. You don't come back. You do come back from 65,000, but you don't really want to put yourself in that spot.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough start for Fabian, but he still has a lot of chips behind, so no catastrophe for him. But of course, tough to flop the top set and not get anything from the hand. But on to the next one, where we will have. Here we have the updated chip count on the full table. As you can see now, Fabian dropping a bit. Thomas, third place, 632K, 42 bigs. Arunis up top, 60 bigs. And Denis Lebedev's Latvia, the shortest stack on the table, sits with 12 big blinds at the moment. And did we just start a new blind level now? I think we did, right? We just had a few minutes left when we started on the previous level.
It looks like it's 10-15 now.
Yeah.
There's 15 in the middle, so you could always put different amounts in the small and big blind for those of you that don't play live poker, but at least in the middle, it needs to be exact before the cards go. If it's kind of like a regular game and not like a festival or something, they might start dealing and the ante will come in during the deal. That's fine too, but certainly before there's action, all that needs to be set, and at least the minimum amounts covering the blinds need to be in front. But Yari with a pretty but not pretty Broadway hand to be better. You know, it could be better with the suitedness, but at least has to the jack. And Klaus, are we playing PLO or PLO8 today, wise guy?
I'm not sure if Klaus is aware, but he takes the opportunity to play a hand in position here, calling with the jacks and the 3-2 suited.
It's pocket
Not the
jacks
best of
against 4
hands.
Broadway cards, but maybe the deuce of the 3 come into play, and Sammy feeling he's priced in with a double suited Queen 7, 6, 3.
Yep. So 3-way to this flop then. And Yari with the ace, but it's actually 2 pairs for Sami here now, which is 7-6, taking the lead, and as we can see, no flush draws.
Well, Kusa would have locked in the low if that's what he was aiming for.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he goes for that then.
But let's see what he does here. Maybe it's about playing position, and then I fully get, because he's, you know, it's day 2. They've been playing a long time, and that's exactly what this is. You're betting the position and the opponent's, and maybe the board texture, but maybe it's just because it went check, and you're getting an opportunity to steal it away. But it's curious to cold call with the jack 3-2, but he's making it work, I think. Let's see. Yari is pretty strong, but the problem is that 6-7 is dangerous. He has no hearts, you know, but it looks like he's in for at least 1 call.
And although the flush completes, it's at least a card that gives him straight outs. But let's see whether Klaus, also known as Kusu, decides to barrel another one here.
And it looks like he has a plan. And his hands are shaking too, so it's not necessarily a sign of strength here, but they were definitely shaking a little bit. So usually on a TV table, you can tell that that means that they're probably strong in some way.
I have some inside information that Kusu actually played cash games until 6:30 this morning. So
that
might
explains
be
that. That would explain it. That could be the other thing, so you have to be careful with that read.
Yeah. Exactly, but I guess the opponents on the table don't know that, so they might take it for something else than just being a bit shaky from not sleeping too many hours. And here again, then confirmation. 3 fins on the table. Kusu has the most chips. Then we have Sami Pananen also on the table. Seat number 5.
Good player as well.
Yeah. And then also Jari Kurika. Those are our 3 Finns on this table. And the other nations, we have George Crane, England. Arunas, as we talked about earlier, Lithuania. And of course, Fabian Barstruk from Germany. Tomas Szabo, Slovakia. And Denis Lebedevs, Latvia, representing Latvia. And here we saw him fold the ace-king.
I believe it's the first time I've seen. I mean, I've seen him floating around this week a little bit, but I don't remember Sebastian from other events. Do you know anything about Sebastian, wise guy?
I don't actually. You can have a look at the old.
Because the Finnish players we've seen in the past in various events, not always on the TV table, but we've seen here at past events. And Fabian is a trophy hunting legend.
I was going to say that I will be surprised if he has tons of PLO caches, because the way he looks at the cards, dividing them 2 by 2, it's not something you regularly see.
But he has a lot with the American flag in there, so it looks like he spends a lot of time in Vegas.
Yeah, looks like he does.
Both the summer camp and the winter camp.
Yeah, and his first cache on the Hendon Mob, where you can track all the live scores, is actually from 2023, so he's not been in the game for too long, but it seems like he's done a full series last year in Vegas. A lot of caches during June and July.
What's his total cashes per the Hen the Mob?
$258,000.
So good chance to be over 300,000 by the end of this festival. If he's hopping into tomorrow's day 2 or maybe tonight's day 1D of the main event, that's going to be a massive one.
Yeah.
There's $1 million guaranteed, and it's going to definitely be a barn burner. Tomorrow alone we'll have a sick amount of entries due to late reg open for the first 4-hour-long blind levels.
And now we actually, seems like we have an all-in.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
it's actually not going to be a call, though, because Kusu is out there again.
We don't think it's going to be a call.
We can't promise anything, but he would at least wanted to have a king for an open-ender or something like that. Just the 4 is not enough, and some chips back for Fabian, at least here, after losing an early pot on the final table. And as you can see in the background of Fabian here, the 8th place finisher will take 4,580 euros, and up top on this one is 32,070 euros. So 32,000, not bad for a Thursday in, is it March, February? Where are we?
It's
February.
not a bad day and a half of work, basically. And we have a legend right next to us in the commentating booth.
Yeah.
Somebody that's taken Omaha, combined it with another game, and gave it this funny name called Sviten Special after some club with the same funny name. But it's not really that funny, but it is a fun game, Sviten Special. And the poker world has him to thank for his creativity one late evening with a few friends coming up with some fun games to play.
Definitely so. And yeah, this guy, Anders Bengtsson, we should maybe mention his name as well.
I was going to say,
Now he looks happy.
Yeah, Bangham is a legend in Sweden, but deserves a bit of love also for the mixed game community. It's one of the games that's most popular, I think, in mixed game, cash game, and tournament communities.
And talking about popular, the games of Sweden was played yesterday, mixed together with the PLO5 in a round of each. And
yeah, that
we had
looked really cool.
Popular winner in that one as well.
It was like deja vu. Like Frankie came to Vilnius, he decided to to play the Sviten more or less. He said 6 bullets, but he was lying. It was only 5 bullets in Vilnius, but he did need second or better, and he wins it there. And here yesterday, he's just having a blast, but either things aren't going his way, just trying to be aggressively building a stack. It took him 6 bullets, so he needed, I think, top 4, maybe top 5. Instead, he wins it for 4,750 euros, I believe, or something, give or take 100 one way or the other.
Yeah, and now we have a nice flop for Arunas. As you can see, he has the blocker, the ace, not flush draw blocker, and also top 2. But unfortunately for him, Dennis is totally out of this one. So just a pick up of the blinds and antes would be enough for Dennis. For Arunas, sorry. But almost
could have used
crossing the million mark in chips. And crossing the million, I think Fabian Bartusz, it's just what he did in a million of live earnings with the win the other day, because he was on 950 something on the
It's
old
close.
Mob.
When he won the OFC, it was 14,000. If he outright wins this, then yes, he'll be over the million for sure. But I'm not sure if second even gets him there. The 14K certainly helps, and then he had a runner-up as well. That was worth a bit less.
And if you're watching this stream right now, we are on a few different platforms. If you want to connect with us in the booth, you can use the OlyBet Poker on the YouTube, the OlyBet Poker YouTube channel. That's the chat that we are monitoring as good as we can here in the booth. But there are, of course, other ways to see this. I know, Jason, you are involved with something called Poker.pro, and I believe you can watch this through your channels as well.
Yeah, we have that. The Monir worked with Poker News on a production of a documentary, and we were able to publish that on our channel, so you could check that out as well there. But what I recommend is you go, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, OlyBet Poker, Poker Pro World. Just follow both. Between the two, you're going to get what you need at all the OlyBet events. And then you're just notified when there's new updates, new live coverage. You can see when Wise Guy is in the booth with some guests at a future event. But yeah, no, it's great. We have this stream also on the Poker Pro channel, so a big shout out to OlyBet for for allowing us to do that.
Yeah, and of course also if you're interested in what else is going on OlyBet events or Poker.pro, you can find the live updates mostly from Christopher Carlin, who's doing that in English, and he
Not
will
Swedish?
tell you. He might if you ask nicely. On the side, I don't know.
I'm not sure do we want that.
No.
Okay.
Let's keep it all in English so everyone understands. But we do have a big main event, of course. We have one of the starting flights ongoing at the moment with 369 entrants. And then we have another starting flight tomorrow. And, of course, more coming up as well in terms of the main event. But there are other tournaments, of course, as well with lower buy-ins and such. So on all
and
events.
Higher.
And higher, of course. OlyBet Events, though, has all the schedule for you. So in case you want to see what else is coming up. And now, this Kusu, he likes to play a hand or two.
He likes to play the hands I like to play in a different game. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like
rat.
this. I mean, Badugi, this is, pretty close. In high-low, in late position, maybe.
And we're not sure, but these guys, many of them have played a lot during these days together. So if Kusu has been doing this all tournament, the other players on this table probably know that he's opened fairly light and a lot. So Thomas now sticking in there with the...
But he actually has
Ace,
5
king,
cards,
jack,
believe it or not. Look at his equity, thanks to Seb here, blocking, Thomas on those top 2. So not in the worst of shape with the 6-5-3-2 rundown.
A bit higher flop than he would have liked, though.
And no diamonds in anyone's hand, but the Jack 10 and Thomas is going to at least have him stick around. But this may check all the way through unless Kusu decides, let's go for it, yeah. And I don't expect Thomas to bet with no real backup plan if a diamond comes. He is in position, so maybe that's a factor, but did check it, and I think he who wants to take it can take it now. I think Kusu is the biggest candidate to try to steal it away, but let's see what happens. It may check all the way through. Arunis reaching for chips. You're not in the hand there, Arunis. But
He was just feeling this is a
good
board I
spot.
want to bluff on. So
Yeah, this
can
is
I
a good
please?
spot that checked all the way through. But instead, Sebastian, Seb takes the lead here with a about 1/3 pot bet of 55,000. Klaus not overplaying his 2-3-5-6, and Thomas understanding that he could be completely dominated, even though he wasn't in the worst of shape and actually ahead at that stage.
Blocker for the straight flash, though, Thomas.
So then he should be shoving,
Yeah, I mean, shouldn't
even
he?
though it's pot limit.
Exactly, yeah. For those maybe not familiar with that format, Jason, let's start that basic. I mean, it's many watchers maybe just used to the no limit format, but it's not possible to shove in this game unless you have
Yeah, I mean,
less
that's a
than
good
pot.
point. We should maybe even break down Omaha because I don't know how many. I mean, I know most of you watching actually are tuning in specifically because it's Omaha, but it's certainly of interest if you're floating around and you ran into Omaha for the first time. So if you played Omaha, learning the rules of Omaha, if you played Hold'em, the rules of Omaha, not hard to learn. Mastering the game is a different story, but right now we see 4-card Omaha. We're also going to have 5-card Omaha. It's a round of each. The big difference between the two games is you can only use 2 cards in your hand, and you have to use 2 cards in your hand, and then 3 cards on the board. So it's the only difference between the two games. It's a big difference, but it's the only one.
Yep. So as an example, you do not have a flush if you have 4 diamonds on the table and you have the ace of diamonds in your hand. If you just have that one, if you don't have another diamond, you don't have a flush. So just some basic of a PLO, but these guys know this game. But now you can see the Sebastian way of looking at the cards, 2 by 2. Is that something you practice?
No, but on the TV table, I don't know when you last played on it. The rims are typically a bit high, so even if I'm doing 5 cards, I might look at them in 2 goes.
Yeah.
On a normal table sometimes. So with 4, I'm always looking at it in 1. But this rim, it adjusts the way that I actually look at the cards, that I may do it one at a time for a little while. I don't know. I wouldn't be doing it like that for sure, but it would be looking a little bit more funky than it normally would in real life.
Get it. And now we are back on, the button is on seat number 1, which means that we will change to PLO5. Each player will get dealt 5 cards for the next round.
20%, 25% more fun.
Exactly. Well, let's see if it's 25% more action as well, because some action on the first orbit, but not too much, and no elimination. Still on 8 players. You can see Dennis getting a bit short, 8 big blinds, and the action will now be on Fabian who is first to act.
They are deep stacked by average, and it's no surprise to me that people are playing pretty tight. Even Kusu, you can say pre-flop, he's got an infinite range. It's not maybe an infinite, but he has a wider range than, let's say, the average player, but that doesn't mean he's not playing tight otherwise. It's just his starting hand selection is different than the other players at the table.
Yep.
Post-flop, it's been, if you have it, you're betting it. If you don't have it, you fold.
Now then, Sami Pananen, kings with 6s and a queen of spades. Likes to open to 35.
And Arunis doesn't like that 2 of clubs, but this is certainly playable, even completely out of position.
And Kusu doesn't need to look at his hand. It's just
I don't think he did. No, he's looking now.
Yeah, surprised me. And 3 ways to the flop then, and 2 diamonds. You see, this is a nice one for
Kusu is going to maybe get rewarded somehow here with Arunis having a straight. I don't see either player going anywhere, and Kusu is just not believable if a diamond comes. So let's see what happens. First, we need to see Kusu not blow up his stack with a raise and just call. Okay, step 1 is completed.
Yeah, almost surprised to see him only call there, right?
Yeah, almost
but there's
surprised.
a third player as well also, so I mean...
And this should be a fairly easy fold for Sammy in 5-card Omaha. I mean, you're saying, okay, why is he folding his overcard, blah, blah, blah. I mean, this isn't Hold'em, it's 5-card Omaha. He has to fold there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, let's see him for Kusu. Can he find anything? Oh, he actually boats on the turn. So, Arunas slowing down, of course, knowing that he's most likely...
Oh, he's like right into the trap. Trap door opened by Arunis.
And actually, I didn't notice that they both have the same boat.
Okay.
Maybe you
it's
did
good
too.
that we have. I did, because I'm looking at. We're looking at the same thing. We're looking at the Ace Queen Diamonds. We were just doing 4-card Omaha. So it's good that we had Poker Bras shadow commentating for us.
Exactly.
And look at this river, that king. It's just such a needle, because he was thinking about calling with the king, king, queen, 6-6.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. And would have probably gotten paid as well, full value. From one of the players, anyway.
Yeah, expecting this to go bet call, because as you see, Arunas just checked it, and now he snap calls.
Yeah, because there's now another too many other combos.
Yeah.
So Arunis isn't going to be surprised here. And when he sees that there was a redraw in the mix there, well, he had the straight. He flopped the straight and was ahead on the flop, but marginally.
Yeah.
But Scott, what are you up to? Did you have... So Scott, unfortunately, is not having the week that I expect from Scott, but there's something called variance in poker, which Scott also often reminds us in. So I want to say that you're going to be honored with Scott in here, but you need to treat him with children's feet. Don't make fun of the fact that he's only here because he's not able to play poker this week. Don't do that. Definitely do not do that. It's not very nice to do at all. No, but actually a big shout out to Scott. He's a really good mixed game player. He's been very enthusiastic actually throughout the week. He's even been trying to get me to play, like saying, it's 100 players, Jason, we have to get in. And it's a real honor, and it's an asset to the Kings of Tallinn that he's here. And we wish him better luck on the tables. The festival isn't over yet.
It's not, but we are happy to have him on board. So let's have Scott coming in just shortly in the booth to join us. So just a brief break here to get Scott Kenyon seated, and welcome, sir.
Good to be here as always.
Yeah, and we had Rasmus Lundström here in the booth the other day. He was rooting for his teammate on the table by then 2 days ago, and you actually have a teammate on this table too, right?
I do, yeah. Fabian Bartuszk is a very strong member of my team. Been doing really well, actually. He won the Chinese event outright.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of points. I think it was 25 team points. But I think he's cashed everything he's played.
Really? Wow. That's a good teammate.
It's either everything or almost everything. Like he played and cashed the 2K PLO.
Yeah.
Played and cashed the 1K Mystery Bounty. He's just incredibly consistent. Very excellent MTT player. So very happy to have him as part of Team Barry's Angels.
Yeah. Sadly now he didn't hit anything, and Arunis had 3 pairs, so bet and fold from Fabian. But yeah, still in. And well, we touched on this team competition the other day, but let's have it again. It's you form a team of 4 before the series starts.
Yeah.
And you even get some nice T-shirts with your team name on.
So long as you commit your team, I think it's 2 weeks before the Kings of Tallinn starts, then you get printed team T-shirts as well.
And your team name is?
Barry's Angels.
Oh, yeah.
So it's after Barry Deer. Barry Deer, a very dear member of our team, but so yeah, we decided we would be Barry's Angels this time.
Yeah, and I know you play a lot during this series, and you have previously chased these leaderboards.
Yeah.
And you're in the running again because your team is 4th or 5th at the moment.
Yeah, we're 5th at the moment, but we know that we're going to get points owed with what Fabian does here.
Yeah.
Barry satellited into the 3K PLO for 150 yesterday, so that actually gets 3 participation points just for playing the 3K.
Yeah.
I cashed in a Boo Hold'em tournament last night. Got 13th in the nightly turbo.
You did? Yeah.
Yeah, so I got like 3 points for that. So it all adds up. These small points. By the end of the series, we had a situation 1 year ago. I think it was exactly February, Kings of Tallinn last year. Oh, aces, by the way, for Sebastian.
Yeah. One suit.
Yeah, we had a situation where there was 1 point between 2nd and 5th. It was that tight.
Oh, really?
And you get 1 point just for playing a tournament. Like any tournament is 1 point.
Yeah.
So it shows you how incredibly close that was.
Yeah, we had a few moments last series during the years that people really were running to get. The last entries to get in for sure. Like, you just had to run and max late reg everything and get those final points.
Yeah.
Now we're off to the flop, so we'll get back to the team competition as it's 2 clubs and no 8 for either of the players.
It's not a great board for aces, particularly in 5-card Omaha.
Exactly.
You're not loving this.
You're not, even though you have the ace of clubs, but you don't have anything with that. And of course, so often an 8 will be out there in 15 cards that these 3 players are holding together. And actually, it's Klaus.
Kusu is a very interesting player.
Yeah,
he's fearless.
Yeah.
Absolutely fearless.
We've learned that already through the first 30 minutes. I was actually playing cash with him last night. We were playing a Super Sveton cash game. So it's Sveton with Hold'em. You get 7 cards in your hand. You create a Hold'em hand. Oh, before
you have to actually sort of lock the 2 hands.
Yeah.
So you lock a Hold'em hand, a Sveton hand, you get your Sveton flop, and then you get to change the Sveton cards, but you can't change the Hold'em one.
No. But I mean, so the pot is 3.
Yeah,
3
3 ways, and it's whoever wins the majority wins the pot.
Yeah. Okay.
Very interesting game.
Yeah. You played it before?
I've never played it before.
Yeah, okay. But Kusu has.
I think so. I mean,
Maybe
he said he's played a few sessions and he's won all of them. So he.
Okay. And now he's here. Yeah, I just said to Jason before that I have some inside information because the first hand he played, he was a bit shaky, and I said he might not be nervous. It might be from the lack of sleep.
I think
he was
tiredness.
playing a long day yesterday.
I can confirm that when we finished the game, it was 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
So he may well be a little bit sleepy.
So now, if you've been with us from the start, you know who this insider was that I was referring to. It was actually actually, Scott Kenyon. Who told me. I didn't mention your name. I didn't call you out.
That's
but
fine.
Now it's there.
Yeah, no worries.
So now this third 8, though, improves the aces a lot because, of course, now there's a less chance that anyone will have one.
It's also very hard for Kuso to bluff.
Yeah.
I say that.
You say that.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Wow.
I think the lack of sleep may have got the better of him.
Interesting. But also, I mean, he's been representing an 8 from the start here on the flop, so...
It's a hard sell, though.
Yeah.
It's a very, very hard sell. And the problem is, with his reputation as it is, let's say, his image, it's very hard for him to get this through, I think.
Yeah,
I think this could be almost... It's not going to be the end of him. He will have 50k left if he gets called off, but I think Sebastian will find the call here.
These players have played a lot with him, even in this event and maybe previously as well, so they know that he's a bit of a, capable of doing a lot of stuff. So I'd be surprised to see Sebastian fold these aces eventually, but of course it's not...
It's not a snap. You have to think about it, but given the reputation of the opponents, I just don't think Sebastian's going to be folding here.
Yeah. Sebastian Crane, do you have the same nationality? Do you know him?
I don't actually know. No.
We actually looked on his Mob just a few moments ago, and he has a lot of Vegas cashes. Seem to be spending last summer, but his first cashes were only 2023, so he doesn't have anything before that. So, and then
I've never actually played in Manchester before. I mean, I'm from that kind of area. I'm from Lancaster.
Okay.
But the first poker I played really was when I moved to London. Didn't really play much in the Northwest. I have to say, though, great. Are we allowed to mention Glenn Brown's thing, what he does?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Glenn Brown, who, by the way, is one of the hosts at the Kings of Tallinn, he does some fantastic announcing work. I know they're doing some great socials as well. Runs this Red Tooth Poker in the UK. And I didn't even know my hometown had, legal poker, in a sense. It's pub poker. You can't have prize pools bigger than £100, so it's very low buy-ins, but very, friendly games. But yeah, I was astonished to find that my hometown had a pub that did pub poker, and they even have a quiz app. So they had a quiz night also with Red Tooth.
Yeah,
so he's doing a great job with that.
Yeah, I heard those kind of things really exploded. And in Norway, of course, they have a lot of this pub poker, pub poker.
Because where I live in Gibraltar, it's actually illegal. You can't have pub poker.
Yeah.
But the sad thing is we don't have tournament poker. It's one casino, one cash game, but unfortunately they don't run tournaments. They used to try and do it, but they don't really advertise it very well.
Okay.
But pub poker is illegal in Gibraltar. So
yeah, it's the same for Sweden and Finland and the areas where I normally.
It's a shame because
come from.
Oh, here he goes. Of course, he's finding the goal. It's not an easy one, but given the opponent.
No, I mean, it's a lot of... You're under the spotlights on the final table, big one as well, so of course
it merits some thought for sure.
Yeah.
So Klaus is still going to be in, as we can see from the chip counts. I think he's getting stood up and ready to go, but I think he has about 50k left.
Yeah, he's already signing up for the cash games.
Yes, he wants some super sweet.
I have a seat downstairs, so
I have some Hold'em feet and waiting for me.
Yeah, and now as we can see the hands from this bird view as well, as you can see the run out. I mean, it's so often that you will find these kind of bluffs because, of course, no one took the driver's seat on the flop with 2 8s, and he tried to, but then with the aces getting so much stronger, of course, when a third 8 falls, but it's not an easy call.
I'm afraid I think his reputation just got the better of him there.
Yeah.
If it was a very tight player, maybe you get it through there. But so Sebastian with a massive chip lead after that pot, 1.4 million and 93 bigs. Klaus down to just 3.4 big blinds is going to need a very fast spin up.
Yeah, he is for sure.
And Dennis Lebedev's also a little bit shorter end, 8 bigs. Yari on 12. There's definitely some. I think we're going to start seeing some bust outs here.
Yeah. Absolutely, and this tournament is on a 30-minute clock, so it's not going to be too long before we have another race of the blinds. We're currently at the 10-15k with the big blind ante of 15k as well. But have you played any Hold'em events so far during this series?
Yes, like I say, I cashed Hold'em Turbo last night.
Yeah,
I got
it was
13th in the Hold'em Turbo.
Yeah.
also played the mini-main and was doing really, really well in the mini-main, but fell just short. I think I was like 5 off the money, which was a little bit frustrating. I had a very, very large stack at one point in that.
Okay. Because if you're not familiar with Scott since before, you are a Boo Hold'em guy, which means that you rather not play Hold'em.
Leader of the Boo Hold'em movement and also the mixed games movement.
Yeah. But where do you count PLO then? Like, is it been between, or does it qualify for you as a mixed game?
For me, I count it as a mixed game because I think the true mixed games enthusiasts don't count it as a mixed game. I personally do, because I think PLO players, they're chatty, they're friendly, they're kind of like the mixed games players are.
Yeah.
And when you get to the Hold'em tables,
headphones are
on, all serious, nobody's chatting, so, you know.
Now
I like to have fun when I'm playing poker.
Former chip leader just lost that now when Sebastian took it over, but Arunis now getting frisky with an ace-king 10 with a lot of suits or no suits. I
mean, it's double suited with a suited ace.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bit of a gap between the 10-7-3, which you don't really want. No. Ideally, you want your cards coordinated, working together. So Tomash's hand, whilst being single-suited and a suited queen, at least the connection of the cards is a bit more desirable, but he is going to choose not to defend this one.
Would you?
It's tough, especially when you're out of position against one of the bigger stacks, and we do have those very short stacks out at the moment. I don't think there's any problem with just folding that.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, the pay jumps and the ICM comes into consideration a bit more now, even when we have Klaus on only 3-4 bigs, and kind of a waiting game for the other players to have him either triple up or bust, maybe, before they see him as a contender again. And
I suspect that most of the players will want to see him leave, because he's a dangerous player with chips. I mean, you just saw the bluff that he tried to pull off.
Yeah.
Could have worked, nearly worked. I mean, if he wins that pot and he has that big stack, all of a sudden it gets very dangerous.
Let's say he had an 8 there, and he would be the chip leader now. He
and
would
then
have
he's really going to be.
The table for sure.
He's going to be ruling the table at that point, pushing the table around.
Yeah, and we were speaking about Glenn Brown. He actually just brought some popcorn.
He did
to the booth here.
I'm just going to have a little.
I'm not sure popcorns are the best things to eat while on stream, though. But we'll have to do this in the break, maybe. Oh no, Scott is actually. If you hear something now, it's actually Scott tasting, and Jason Glatzer in the booth. So now we turn into some kind of. We're just missing the roller coasters now. We have a full play field in here.
But yours is like a sort of honey one.
Yeah, it's different flavors.
I think mine's like a sort of strawberry coated one or something.
Yeah, I'll wait for the break for this one, I think.
Is this official OlyBet popcorn?
It seems so. They're branded, right? Yeah. Someone has put a lot of tape on these to brand them.
They have.
Yeah. So credit to whoever. Now Klaus is all in. So let's get back to the table and leave the popcorns for later.
Tomasz should be having a look here.
Yeah. Because now, of course, you want to have him out. So, I mean, just a call here and also call from the big blind, and then they check it down, even though it's not.
He might even pot this, because I think the big blind's also quite short. Dennis has only got 8 bigs, right?
Our other big stack.
Short? No, he's not. He's not folding it. Surely not.
All right.
Well, Dennis is
battle of the short stacks then.
But I really thought he would.
Yeah, that's strange, right?
Pop that himself from the small blind.
Hand, and he knows it's not going to cost him too much.
Yeah.
So even though, I mean, if he calls, he was a bit afraid of Dennis shoving behind him, but I mean, it would still be only 8 bigs. So, and 5 cards is 5 cards.
Yeah.
So yeah, now even how we have an all-in and call, and it's Kusu on the shorter stack with the hand to your left. He's risking his seat in the tournament and trailing also, as you can see, is King Queen for Dennis, double suited.
Crazy thing is, if Kusu wins, this Dennis is going to be down to like 1 or 2 big blinds.
Real short.
Oh, and there's a deuce.
A good one. And spades.
Wow! He's got the spades. He's got the straight draw. He's got the pair. What a flop for Kusu! 92%. How often do you see that in 5-card PLO on the flop?
Without having a made hand.
Oh. But
a
little hope for Dennis on the turn.
And that doesn't help Dennis.
That looks like goose, so...
Yes.
Wow.
10 deuce.
For Doyle.
2 pairs. The Doyle takes him to... Oh, Dennis, as you can see, he's still in. Now he's trying to leave the table. They just want to leave these guys.
Kuso thrilled, as you can see.
As you can see, he's so happy. The best day of his life right now. But Dennis tried to run away from the table, but he will now be on 2 bigs. So sit down. and try to do what Kusu is trying, getting back in there.
But unfortunately for Dennis, he's going to be down to 1.5 big blinds,
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
in the small blind.
Yeah.
That's
So
tough.
he will be all in next hand for sure.
I'm curious, by the way, the guy that folded, did he have a straight?
Ah.
I know he had some jack, something.
Yeah, what did he fold?
Not to
I
be
think
too results oriented,
that might
it
have
seems
been
like
a-
his hand was just good enough to go with anyway. We're just going to have a little... Oh, yeah, ace. Yeah, he had a
Yeah.
straight jack 8. Ace,
Yeah.
queen, jack, 8-7.
So Tomas now regretting he didn't stay in that one because he would have eliminated 2 players.
I just think his hand was too good not to
yeah.
go with it.
I mean,
It's a
of
quite
course, there
attractive
are
hand.
folds in this position, and I mean, but not with that hand. I mean, he has 4 diamonds, but still.
And
yeah.
it doesn't harm him too much if he loses
No,
that. Like he had
exactly.
500-600k going into the hand. If he loses that, okay, he loses 100k. But his hand is an attractive hand.
Let's just
decently
say that
coordinated.
if it would have been a bounty tournament, it was a terrible decision.
Oh, for
now
sure.
it was just like
Yeah,
a. But
Yeah.
then, if it would have been bounties, he would definitely not have folded.
100%.
But now, still 8-handed. And Kusu now, then back to a decent stack at least. And Dennis, of course, forced all in. Fabian,
Oh, lovely
nice
connected hand for Fabian here. Queen, jack, 10, 9, 7. I love hands like this where most of your cards are just all working together, double suited as well. Very, very nice hand.
Yeah.
Yari, maybe with a decision from the big blind?
Yeah, he would have liked to have another diamond there with the 5 of diamonds would have been.
He is going to go with it.
Look at this.
And Fabian's
Yeah.
not folding.
No, of course
So
not.
potential double elimination here.
Yeah, he's now wishing it was a bounty tournament.
Yeah.
Your teammate Fabian has the possibility of eliminating 2 players, and of course ladder up both in points and money. How are in the points in the team competition? How much is each step worth?
So essentially, what you're looking for is multiplication of the buy-in.
Yeah.
Every. So if this is an 1100,
Yeah.
every ladder of 1100 is essentially around about a point.
Okay.
It's not exact because there is some division by unique entries in the formula, but it's mostly around about X of the buy-in.
Yeah, and just to complete what we discussed about the team tournament earlier, that there are 2% from each tournament in the series taken to the prize pool of this team tournament. So
We have a wrap for Fabian. We have a flush draw for Fabian. That is 51% of the
Dennis
deck.
has the set.
That's a straight on the turn for Fabian.
Yeah.
He even pulls it out to show us all. That's very nice. Do not pair
pairing
the
of
board.
the board.
No, we do not need a pairing of the board. And there is no pairing of the board. Double elimination. Fabian gets the double ladder. Let's go.
It's nice to see that my colleague Scott here is not biased.
Extremely unbiased here.
But we're open with it. Why? So yeah, unfortunately, Yari and Dennis Lebedevs and Yari Kurika is our 8th and 7th place finishers.
G's to both of them.
And then they are taking down 8th place for the guy with the smallest stack, which of course was Dennis.
So just in terms of team point ladders there, for example, we've gone from 8th to 6th. So 8th to 6th is around about 2.2k. That's about a 2-point ladder for the team competition.
Dennis, 4,580. Yari, 5,580. That's their payouts for this tournament.
Yeah.
As they're off to the cashier, and we're left with the final 6 players. Seems like the table is waiting over to the left side here.
I'm not complaining with that at the moment.
7 and 8 are out.
Yeah. And just as you alluded to the team competition, so it's going to be that for the first place team, it's paying top 7 teams this time.
7 teams, yeah.
Yeah, first team is going to get around about 30% of the prize pool. So 2% of every single tournament, including the main event, goes into it. At the moment, there is 50,000 euros in the challenge because they're actually dynamically updating how much money is in the prize pot.
And we
so
are
we know with the main event,
the halfway point. So
Yeah.
maybe it will be 80, 90 something.
it could be around about 100. We know that with the main event, there's definitely going to be at least 20k going in there because it's a million guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
So at least 20k.
But those are not in.
Those are not in yet.
Okay.
So at least 20k will go in from the main event.
Yeah.
So it could well be close to 100k-ish, which would mean first team would get 30k. So that would be 7.5 grand each for the winning team, which
Kusu
is a
now-
nice rake back.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
Kusu now open with a decent hand for once, kings and sevens, but no takers. So he adds a bit more chips to his comeback stack over there in seat number 3. He was down to only a few blinds, but now he sits at least with a decent one in front of him as we go to the next hand, the last one of this orbit of 5 card.
Yeah, Kuso's the only real quote-unquote short stack at this point. Everyone else is reasonably deep.
Yeah. And I like the way his chips and cards are everywhere.
I mean, there's some organization there.
Yeah.
At least they're stacked.
There is a organization. I'm not saying it's perfect.
I've seen some players where they just have their chips splattered all over the place, and not even stacked
This
up
is
at
a
all.
I mean, this is a card. If you're Kusu, you want to play this one. Lots of
The classic
opportunities.
single gapper, double
Huh?
suited.
Oh, he actually
he-
talks himself into a fold. Surprised to see that, as we're now on the 10-20K blind level. And you can
Tomash
see-
double suited.
Yeah.
But he seems on the tighter end of
Yeah, I
things,
was
for sure.
surprised to see him play this one actually, because he's been folding a lot of hands. So maybe he want to use that image now and try to steal some blinds, because it's not the best of hands.
Maybe more just because it's unopened as well.
Yeah.
At least unopened,
And
you're
now
the
we're
one putting the
six-handed
pressure
as
on.
well, so yeah. Of course. Couple of clubs finding the flush draw. for
So
both
Arunis
players.
actually with a straight flush draw. Oh, but it's blocked by Tomash's 7 of clubs. Sag.
Quick check from Arunas. So let's see now. Thomas, not the worst of flops, of course, but decides to check it back actually and go to the turn. And no 5-7s in the hands, but we do
Both
have
of them have a
seven.
blocker.
Yeah.
Arunas with the 5, Tomash with
Again,
the
they have
7.
one each.
Yeah.
Need to combine their hands. And now Arunas don't want to be quiet anymore.
I think mainly because he expects that his opponent is not going to be opening many things with these kind of cards in his hand. Whereas
It's not
defending,
Kusu.
yeah,
If you were up against Kusu, you would have folded.
yeah, this is all over.
folded.
This is all over Kusu's range, but yeah, so I think it's fair enough to lead the turn and assume that your opponent doesn't have much of this. As it happens, his opponent has a reasonable piece of this and is going nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
So off to the river we go. And it is not wholly irrelevant, but Arunas has absolutely nothing. So should he wish to win this pot, he is going to have to fire again.
I think he will. I think, Thomas being the type player is, he has to put Thomas, as you said, on another format of hands
Yeah,
than he
the
actually
9
has.
blocker, the 5 blocker, both relevant. He's going to go for a sort of half pot-ish sizing.
Which will be enough, because
I believe so.
It's not calling with just the 8.
Yeah, I believe that will get the job done very nicely. Yeah, good stuff from...
Yeah, because of course
Arunas.
Arunas being in the blind, defending a lot of times with hands that matches with this board.
Yep.
Just an 8 will never.
And
be
as we say,
enough.
Tomash has been on the tighter side, so he's not going to be opening
Yeah.
things unless it's some kind of double-suited combo that happens to hit that board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if so be it. But now Arunas takes the pot, and it's definitely seat 1 and 2 with the most chips, as we now go back to the 4-card PLO. Which one do you like the most then?
I was literally about to ask you the same thing. I'm
Because I think we're on 2 different sides there.
I'm a believer of more cards, more
Exactly.
fun. So I personally, I would take 6 cards over 5
Yeah.
cards.
Oh, there's
Mainly
a-
because I just think people play them worse as well.
There's a 4, 5, 6 today, right?
There is. I'll be playing that. It's a 350 PKO.
Yeah.
The
Nice.
PKOs are so much fun because you get the cash chips on the line. You're not allowed to touch the cash chips. No touchy.
PKO just in the progressive bounty knockout.
Yeah, so every player that you knock out, there are cash chips on the line in front of the players. When you take them out, the dealer will give you half of the chips to put in your pocket and half of it goes on your progressive bounty stack.
Yeah, so in the
towards
end of the tournaments, there are massive
I was
chips.
watching a PKO and Phil Gross was involved the other day, and you know what Phil's like. It's
Yeah.
all or nothing. And at one point he had all the chips, so his bounty was massive as well.
Okay, yeah.
And then he got knocked out, so then that guy's bounty was massive. It was a lot of mayhem. I think that was the 555 Hold'em PKO.
Okay.
Yeah. But very fun.
Fun
live.
format, yeah,
very,
definitely.
very fun.
And also 6 cards. Cards and chips will be flying.
Yeah. So we have Sami opening the aces here. Kuso is going to defend, as he frequently will. And that is 2 pairs for Kuso, but that is a nut flush draw.
Yeah. This is
and some potential counterfeitage. This is going to be going in, boys and girls.
For sure. There's the pot, and we will see the repot. Because it's not much behind for Kusu, and it's
all
cards
in.
on their back.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Another all-in call.
Can Kuso find the full comeback?
Yeah.
Or is he going to be out of the doors in 6th place? It's slight favor of Kuso.
Yeah, 60-40-ish for Kusu to stay ahead in the hand. The flush draw or other ways to help Sami.
And let's see the turn, please.
Backdoor straights, of course, as well. And let's see as we go to the turn. And
It's over on the turn.
It's
Diamond
not,
on the turn.
It's
But it's not over because he's got a house redraw.
Exactly.
I apologize.
Queens or deuces?
There
is over.
It is over now, unfortunately. Valiantly played.
Yeah, let's
big valiant
tap
bluff.
the table for Kusu in the booth as well, because he put on a show and some juice and maybe off to the cash games.
That might actually be orange juice, you know.
Huh? That's what I meant.
It looks like it might be. Maybe he did have a few too many adult beverages yesterday.
No. The Finn, as a Finn, would he? I just saw the
Surely
news
not.
today. They
Yeah.
sent home a Finnish trainer from, like a coach from the Olympics for being drunk.
Really?
Yeah. Who else than the Finns would do that? I don't know what sport it was. Was it a coach in some sport in the Olympics got sent home for having too many apple juices
Imagine.
in the Olympic Village.
Imagine. Is there such a thing as too many apple juices? I mean, it depends.
Maybe if
it
you're
depends
a
if you're one of
coach
those
in the
angry
Olympics.
drunks. Yeah, maybe if you're a coach
Yeah.
in the Olympics, that might be slightly unprofessional.
But just like.
Thankfully, as professional poker players, they are allowed to drink as much as they like at the table,
yeah.
within reason. Oh, we got a flipped 9 of spades there. That will be the burn card. That's one of the tricky things for the dealers with the PKOs, actually, is that they have extra chips to sort of weave the cards around.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you probably see a few more flipped cards in PKOs as opposed to
tough for the dealers.
It is. It really
Where
is.
should I put the cards?
And by the way, I have to say, huge shout out to the dealers, to the floor staff. Oh, we just got a close in on the floor staff's beard. He's just like stood right in front of the camera. He's just like zoomed in on his beard. Beautiful. But no, like in all seriousness, I play a decent amount of poker across Europe. The floor staff, the dealers here are just absolutely exceptional. The team that they have here is tip top.
Yeah, and I mean this organization with dealers and tournament staff led by Teresa Nusiainen, and they've been doing this for many years. And all the dealers she's using from all over Europe flying in here, and they're just fantastic, all of them. So
and particularly like with the mixed games, where some of them maybe don't deal the mixed games quite as often, they pick things up incredibly quickly. We may have... No, scratch that. It's a pair of 7s for Fabian. He's folding. For a second, I thought there was some extra stuff there, but this will just be a fold, I guess.
Yeah.
But big shout out to the tournament team, the dealers, the staff. They do an absolutely amazing job. Definitely. And none of these tournaments would run without them. So if ever you have a dealer on your table, boys and girls, that is having a rough day for whatever reason, maybe flipping a couple of cards, don't shout at them. Never have a go at the dealers. You gotta support your dealers. We would not have tournaments without the dealers, the tournament staff.
Definitely.
So yeah, big shout out to them.
Yeah, and as we know, these festivals, they go from 12 in the day till late in the morning, and even some
long
24
days.
hours around the clock in the cash game area and stuff. So many of these guys are working really hard to keep the show running. As we see our final 5, I might have said 6 earlier, but it's actually just...
Well, it was 6 before we briefly lost Kuso.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was definitely 6 until a couple of hands ago.
Yes, you're right. And next break coming up in an hour and 6 minutes. So if you're watching this and want to have a little breather yourself, you know that in an hour or so you can go get some coffee or whatever's needed to keep watching the full day of PLO, because we are streaming this till the end, and then hopefully also we'll have some PLO 3K action later on, because
Lovely.
we have the high roller ongoing just on the outer tables of this one, but they got a slightly delayed. You know, these high rollers don't wake up that early as other players, because they play late in the night.
They'll have been playing some cash games for sure.
So, but it has started the 3K as well. So
Arunis with a really nice coordinated hand. Again, I love hands that are just middle of the deck. Oh, and that's a beautiful flop for Arunis. But yeah, these kind of hands, it's hard to get in trouble, because when you hit the flop, you generally smash the flop. If you hit 2-pair, you're going to have a straight draw with your 2-pair.
Yeah.
So these kind of hands, you either hit them very hard or you miss them very hard. There's nothing really in between. So Arunis is going to continue c-betting. I don't expect Sammy to be folding, particularly for this very small sizing.
no.
Yeah, bet and call on the flop. 8 of clubs on the turn. Sammy, unfortunately, does not have a club draw, 3 spades in his hand. It's all a question of how much can Arunis milk from Sammy here. Again, it's not that it's not that Sammy should really be folding very much, unless it's a huge sizing. Arunis is going to go for the more controlled option and just check on the turn. Does boated up on the turn, actually. Boated up on the turn, boated up on the river. I guess in his head he's really hoping that his opponent has some kind of straight draws, flush draws maybe that got there. So the club will look appealing for Arunis, but unfortunately Sammy doesn't connect with it. So it's all a question of how much can Arunis get. If you go too greedy here, you're going to lose your customer. It's all about finding that right size.
220 in the middle, you're going to say 75?
I think around about half pots.
Yeah.
I think around about 110. 110 should always be getting paid.
Like only 85, is it?
Was it 3 greys or 4? I was so close. If it was 4 greys, I was spot on there. But no, I love it. You can't go.
And I said 75, so this one time I win.
Yeah, you can't go too greedy
No,
here.
exactly.
If you go too greedy, you lose your customer. I think it's all about what size are we getting King X to pay with, a decent King X.
Yeah. But
So
with
I
the
like the
flush
size.
completing and straights completing, I
Yeah,
don't see
it's a wet
Sammy
board.
calling.
It's a wet board. He certainly might. But there are some bluffs. Like, for example, an ace queen jack wrap fully misses, certainly within Arunis's opening range. The running clubs are a factor. We do have a club that blocks those running clubs. But I think he's picked a very good size here. If you go 75% of the pot, I think it's an easy fold. But for this smaller, milkier sizing, Sammy may well find that he has to click the call button. He's reaching.
Well, he really wants to call here now. Just want to make that hero call.
It's a tough one,
He
but
does,
yeah,
but
I
it's
love
not good
the way
enough.
Arunis has played this. The size on the end is what gets him paid.
Yeah.
A very, very well played hand from Arunis.
And up to 1.5 now. Maybe back in the chip lead, right? I think
It's going to be close.
Sebastian has slightly less.
Yeah, I think he's retaken the chip lead with that one. And again, just a lovely kind of hand to play these 4 full coordinated working cards.
So a few days left on the schedule of this series. Do you have any favorite tournament coming up?
So we have the open face Chinese on the final day.
Yeah.
That is a 200 buy-in. All of the final day structures are a little bit quicker because, of course, we have the players' party starting at 9 p.m. Everything has to be done.
I don't know nothing. Play.
You do. Yes, you do. And you'll be there, I'm sure. But there's quite a few good tournaments still on the schedule. Of course, we have the main event. Main focus for the Hold'em players is going to be on that.
Yeah.
For me personally, like I said, tonight, PLO4, 5, 6 progressive bounty. There is the 555 pot limit Hilton Championships from 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
That will be expected to have over 100 players. I know there's quite a few people that have flown in specifically to play that event.
Mostly.
There's a PLO4, 5 high-low tournament Saturday at 1 p.m.
That's a nice
So I'll
one,
definitely
yeah.
be playing that one. There is a 5-card mix of Sveton PLO5 and 5-card triple draw.
That's a new one, right?
Yeah, that's a brand new tournament, 9 p.m. on Saturday. For those of you Hold'em lovers, there's plenty of Hold'em things to play, including a 3K.
Yeah, you're just skipping the...
Obviously I
Just so
don't.
you know, this is not everything. This is just the Scott Kenyon version.
Yes,
of,
yes.
Because when you look at the schedule, you don't even see those who says
Exactly.
NLH.
Like for the Hold'em lovers, for example, Saturday, midday, there is a 1.1k deep stack progressive bounty. That's the final day.
Yeah.
The day one's on the Friday at 7:30. So I would imagine Hold'em lovers will be going for that as well as the main event. But yeah, some good things to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
So
open face Chinese on the final day. I
here
will
we have
definitely
the
be.
confirmation that Arunis is back in the slide chip lead now. Sebastian second, and then it's fairly even between the rest. The other three on the table.
Very tightly packed between third and fifth, but all it takes is one double up for them, and then all of a sudden they will propel themselves back up the rankings.
Yeah, absolutely so.
So you asked me what is my favorite of the 4-5. What is your favorite?
I'm a PLO4
You're
guy.
an old school kind
Yeah,
of guy.
exactly. Because the thing is that I don't play that much now as I used to before, so I haven't really adapted to these 5-6 cards and stuff like that. Because I used to grind the PLO4.
Yeah. I would say the
before,
main
but-
difference is PLO4 is more of a... It's still a post-flop game, but there's more pre-flop action.
Yeah.
Whereas because the equities run so much closer in 5 and 6, it's way more of a post-flop game as opposed to a pre-flop game. And triple suited in 6 card is just insane.
What do you say about the... now we're on 4 cards, of course, so it's a bit different.
Yeah.
But opening kings and queen 3 off.
Yeah, Kings is a good hand.
Yeah.
And again,
But
like I say,
in a 5 card, let's say
in 5
here,
card,
but
6
yeah.
card, it's all about the quality of the kings. Whereas in 4 card Kings, it's just a very strong starting hand in general.
Yeah, I mean, it's these kind of situations that differentiate the most between 4 and 5
Yeah,
cards. That
yeah.
This is almost always an open with kings X. But in 4 cards, but in 5 cards, if you don't have anything else connecting with those kings or anything, it's just like, bah.
Yeah, pretty much. It's all about coordination. So when only having 4 cards, aces and kings is still incredibly strong in 4 card Omaha.
Yeah.
You'll find some spots where in even 5 card and 6 card Omaha, aces pre, it's just not going to be ahead against your opponent. Like in 6 card, if you have aces and 6 card Omaha, but your opponent has triple suited sort of working together, the triple suited is a monster equity favorite.
Yeah.
Often.
Yeah, I mean, in 4 card PLO, you always 3-bet, 4-bet, whatever your opportunities are with the aces. But in the 6 card, you might be just defending. You might, I mean, so often you need something more.
Yeah,
than,
it's more of a post-flop game.
yeah, absolutely.
Sammy with a pretty nice hand.
Yeah.
The 10-7 suit is not great, but Ace-Jack 10-7 is going to be good enough for an open.
Sebastian is
Not
out.
really
What about
finding
the
any
blind?
customers.
Oh, decent hand now.
Arunis is going to defend.
Definitely. And you can see he's in good shape, blocking a few of the cards for his opponent, but let's heads up for the flop. And King favoring no player, King 7-6, so just a small pair for Sami, and just a tens for Arunis.
Yeah, a bit of a dry flop, albeit the king high board probably favours Sammy's opening range, but that 7-6 is going to coordinate with a lot of stuff defending from the big blind. At least it's a rainbow texture. Sammy is going to reach for a C-bet.
Around 80 to 85 something.
Should get the job done. It's not really a great flop for Arunis. No, not really anything that we're looking for on the turn that's going to help as much.
Exactly. No, not much improvements possible except runners. But now Sebastian having a quick breather, but back in his chair for the next hand.
Somebody's missing though.
Somebody is missing.
Oh, there
Here
he
he
is.
comes. Oh, seems like almost surprised. Like, wow, next hand already.
I mean, it did go quite quickly.
Yeah.
Check back fold. It's about as fast as it can get.
Exactly. And maybe they were off just checking their phones because they're not allowed to have them on the table. They're just below the stage. So
I have to say, I really like that rule. And in general, for all the tables, for anyone that's not aware at Kings of Tallinn, there are no phones allowed during the hand. You can't leave your phone on the rail equally.
Yeah.
Not only is this a very important thing for game integrity, it also just keeps the speed of the game flowing. You get too many people that they're stuck on their phone, they're not paying attention to the game, and the game just automatically slows down. So I think it is one of the excellent things that they do at Kings of Tallinn, that phones are not allowed to be used during the hands. Obviously, in between hands, you're fine to have it below the table, but just during the hand, you can't be on the phone, and I really, really like that. I think more tours could learn from this, actually.
Absolutely. So back to the 5-card format now, as the button is on seat number 1. If you're just new to the stream, this is a PLO4 and 5 card, and we play a round of each. So every time the button is on seat number 1, we change the game between 4 and 5 card PLO. Pot limit, of course.
Fabian is going to defend, given that he's got those sort of 4 coordinated cards. It's a bit dangerous doing it with the bottom end, because sometimes when we hit the straight, it's not the end of the straight that you want to hit. But that's about as good of a flop as you can see for Fabian.
This is just
2 pairs and the wrap. Dreamy flop.
Yes. And as far as the flush draw goes, none of them have it.
I'm quite surprised that Sebastian c-bets this, actually, because this doesn't really hit his range that well. And Fabian, I expect, will be check-potting this. Yeah. I think that's a little... Maybe Sebastian's done it purely because he has the Ace of Hearts blocker, but I think that's a little bit of a misstep of a c-bet here.
Yeah, but if Sebastian would have had like the Ace-5 of Hearts, we would have seen more action, but now, of course...
Exactly. I had the Ace of Hearts. That's the only reason he c-bets there, I think.
Exactly.
But yeah, beautiful flop for Fabian. Gets the job done. What a flop. 2 pair and a full wrap. And again, like I say, though, having those 4 coordinated cards, when you flop the pairs, you also flop the straight draws. That's why you need that key coordination.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, nice pickup there for Fabian. That propels him up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we said, 3rd to 5th are kind of pretty level on chips at the moment.
5 players still in, and the next payout will be 8,480. So almost into the 5 digits payout. Need one more pay jump, and up top of this one is a good amount of 32,000.
Do we know anything about those plasters that Thomas has on his hand?
No, I was about to ask you as well. I've never seen that on a poker player before. It seems like more like a kid's thing.
Yeah.
But maybe, I don't know. We'll have to ask him in the break maybe, or we can send someone over to the table, because I'm a bit intrigued myself about what that is. We'll see once we get around to him if we can see it on camera again. But now kings for Fabian, and now we are on this thing that in a 4-card format this would be a strong hand, but here he has at least kings with 1 suit and jack 7 suited in his hand.
The coordination of the cards, whilst we have double suited, they're quite gappy.
We talked about here with Thomas' hand, as you can see now.
I'm curious what
I have no idea.
I don't know. Maybe it's good luck charms from the kids. Maybe it's something else. He has gone for a 3-bet here.
He did actually. Finding some momentum now.
Wait, what?
Ooh,
Arunis with the snap? What is there?
Is this graphics correct?
I mean,
wow.
Okay, he's double suited, but
he is. But
I would not be really snapping off a 3-bet with this hand.
Ooh, unfortunate for Fabian here, because the thing he doesn't want to see on this one is an ace. But let's
you
see
say unfortunate, but actually I think the Ace Queen board is a good board for him, because that's the kind of stuff he will be 3-betting with. So whilst we know for his actual hand, it's not a great flop.
It will work if he stays aggressive now.
He's going to stay. He's going to stay
afraid
aggressive.
that he was going to check and allow. No.
Fabian knows when to stay aggressive. Yeah. Don't worry about that.
And now up to 856k then.
Yeah. I'm really shocked at the snap of the 3-bet.
Yeah,
there.
that was
quite loose
snap.
with the Jack 9 7 5 2 double suited. Because Fabian's not really getting out of line. It's not like he's Kuso and just 3-betting everything. You know, he's doing this quite seldom, so I'm quite surprised at the snap of the 3-bet there. But we are not complaining for Team Fabian and Team Barry's Angels.
And I'm not complaining for the action.
That's
so
a good pickup.
We're all good.
Yeah.
All right, now then, back to the action. But what about Fabian Bartuszk? He a long-time friend of you? How come you're in the same team?
So I met him here actually.
Okay.
Was it here first? I think it was here first. He won in the summer. He won a 1K mystery bounty.
Yeah.
And I was railing him and cheering him on for that.
Yeah.
So actually, I do remember how I came across him. A mutual friend of his called Saxony Poker. She introduced me to him. He was actually looking originally for a team for Kings of Tallinn.
No.
So I think it was last February that he was looking for a team. By the time I contacted him, he'd already actually had a full team.
Okay.
But then I still met him and got in contact with him. And then as it happens, he was available for a team. And I was like, well, you should come and join my team.
Now we have a 3-bet from Tomas, finding the aces here in a raised and called pot.
And whilst we see that Arunis is an equity favourite against the aces,
it's not by much.
It's not great, and the thing is, the 5 just doesn't really coordinate at all with the hand. King, Queen, 10, 9 works nicely together, but with having the 3 clubs as well, it's not great. It's not great. And Fabian, the 8 and the 3 again, a little bit dangly. It's all about, like I say, that key coordination, everything working together. And Tomas's aces, by no means, by the way, are great aces. These are not fantastic aces with one suit. And the gap between the aces and the 10 and the 9 is also quite large. But this could just get the job done. But then we saw already Arunis peeled a very loose 3-bet before from Fabian. Is he just going for this?
This guy.
Is he just going for this? He is. Wow.
Wow, comes over the top. And of course, Fabian is out.
And I'm
quickly.
curious to see the heads-up equities here as to whether the aces are a favourite or not. It might be very close.
Slightly 60-40-ish, right?
I think it's going to be it's very close.
Okay.
It's very close. It's almost a coin flip. So like I say, in 4-card, the aces is generally going to be 60% plus favourite.
Yeah.
In 5 cards, we see there is basically nothing between it. But I'm kind of surprised, again, that he's gone for this. It seems a little bit adventurous.
Yeah.
Let's see if he gets rewarded for the gamble. It's a king
the
high
king.
flops. That gives him a lot of ways to get there.
So now you can see.
But very interestingly, the 10 is blocked. The 5 is blocked.
Yeah.
So these are not clean outs.
Thomas has been called by Arunis. We can see the turn, please.
Thomas needing
Oh, that's a
help.
huge turn card for the aces. 1 out for Tomas. Sorry, for Arunis.
Exactly. Yeah. So double up for Thomas Zabo, Slovakia.
And you can see Fabian's perked up a little bit at the King, Queen, 10, 9, 5. He's like, really? Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Are you the new, what's his name? Kusu. The new Kusu of the table.
Yeah, he's started to open up a bit too much, I think, actually.
Yeah. All right, so nice pickup for Thomas Zabo. He's now up to a healthy stack, almost 769k in front of him. And Sami now being the shortest stack, but still has 21 bigs, so it's evening out. And Sebastian is back in the chip lead now, given over by Arunis after that pot. And some 47 big blinds, and they're not a shallow table at the moment, but they are on a 30-minute clock, so blinds will be going up. So don't expect this to take too long, but at least a few hours more before we have our winner in the PLO4-5 €1,100 championship here in Kings of Tallinn 2026.
Yeah, so Arunis getting a little bit out of line here the last few hands.
Fatigue getting to him, or?
I mean, he looks quite fresh.
Yeah.
Maybe just trying a little bit too enthusiastically to get the job done.
Yeah, maybe he has a train to catch. Arunis now, he folded the kings, but as you said,
Pretty bad kings there.
Yeah, exactly.
King,
It's
7,
5 card.
4-2, just not working together.
This is
Again,
a
these
nice
are nicely
hand.
coordinated. These are working much better together. So Sammy begins a hand with 20 bigs. Oh, he is just good. Yeah. Oh, I thought he folded for a second. My God.
No.
What?
He raised.
You had me worried there.
And Sebastian with some suited queens.
Double suited queens, no less. Spades and clubs in the hand.
Ah, he 3-bet, yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting now when you get back to Sami, because it's a fairly strong hand, of course, with this suited ace, jack 10, 9, 9, but if he goes for this one, it's pretty much already putting half his stack in if he calls. And
It's a decent chunk, but you're getting a great price pre-flop. We can happily call this in position, put 130 into the 285, and if we miss, we fold.
yeah.
He's going to call.
I thought he was going to jam for
You
a
thought
while.
he was all in, but yeah.
But yeah, he's coming along. So heads up to the flop and big pot.
Very, very low SPR already. Stack to pot ratio below 1 effective. So we could see some fireworks here. Not the flop that Sammy wanted to see. Not really the flop that Sebastian wanted to see either,
No.
but again, it's a kind of range advantage thing. With the 3 bets, he's going to have more aces, going to have more kings in his hand, so whilst the actual flop itself doesn't look fantastic, I think he just... Oh, he doesn't choose the aggressive route.
He doesn't.
Because again, you don't have to c-bet big here. You can happily c-bet third pot, quarter pot, and as we can see against Sammy's kind of hand, it's just going to get the job done. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he doesn't just click in a little c-bet. Sammy, I would imagine, will be happy to just take a free card, but yeah, it's just not the flop, not the board at all that he wants to see here. So maybe he chooses that he has to be the one to put the bluff in and take the pot down. It's just so tricky though, because when your opponent 3-bets, you're not really having kings too much, you're not really having aces too much. It's just such a dry texture of flop with king 5-3 rainbow. And there are going to be some traps from your opponent. If your opponent has kings, maybe he decides that on this particular texture he's going to check. He's going to let his opponent blast off. The turn is very clean for Sebastian. Picks up the flush draw. Once again, we can see that Sammy really does not have much of anything on this board.
No. And now with Sami just checking behind, I mean, I don't think Sebastian is too scared for taking a stab at this one now.
At least he now knows he has some spades if worst comes to worst, unless his opponent somehow has a better flush draw possible. But yeah, he just has. No, he's not. He's not. It's going to be a very cagey, checky.
Yeah.
I smell a river. I smell a particular river. Can you smell the 9 of spades on the river, just for maximum chaos and pain potentially?
Might just happen.
Call me crazy, but my spidey senses
Let's
are just
see
feeling
how
a
they
9
are.
of spades on the river here.
A queen, which is good for Sebastian, though.
Yeah.
Locking up second nuts.
Pretty clean run out for Sebastian.
Yeah. Now I think he might put a bet.
He might even trap though. He might check and because
True,
his opponent's
true.
representing nothing at any point along the way.
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe, he checks once more to try and induce a bluff. We know that Sammy's never winning the hand at showdown if his opponent shows absolutely no positive action towards it. Now he's just going to bet, and I assume that gets the job done.
Yeah. It should.
So Sammy's going to be quite short after that one.
It is. Some 13, 14 bigs in front of him.
We can see this will be the last hand of 5-card Omaha before we switch back to the 4-card version.
Yeah.
For those of you just tuning in, every time the button hits seat number 1, the game changes. And I quite like the way that they do that as well, because traditionally a lot of places use these little chips where the dealers move it across. So you do like, say, 7 hands or 8 hands per game.
Yeah.
The problem with that is sometimes there are mistakes with that and things are forgotten, whereas this way it's such a clean system.
Yeah.
You know when the button hits seat 1, boom, game change. And it also kind of keeps it fair and reasonable, because the less players you have on the table, the less hands you have per game as well. I quite like it. It's an easy system. Fabian with the Ace-Jack 10-7-5. Decent coordination, albeit he is under the gun, but I assume he's going to open this. Does come in with a raise. Graphics will just correct themselves in a second. There we go. Fabian to 85k. Tomasz considering his options with the mystery 5 cards.
Maybe.
Do we have a mystery hand here? Maybe.
Yeah.
Have you had one of those yet?
Not
We
today.
get them occasionally.
Yeah, exactly.
We get them occasionally. Maybe we have a
hold
bit of a
them the other
mystery
day,
hand here.
And Arunis is out, so heads up to the flop then, Fabian and Tomasz.
Our first mystery hand of the day. Fully intentional, I'm sure.
Exactly. Want to keep us on our toes.
Yeah. And it's quite nice sometimes to have these mystery hands, because instead of having all the information spoon-fed to us, we have to kind of guess based on the action what is happening. So we've got a 7-6-6 flop.
And you can see
Rainbow.
Fabian with a 7.
Tomasz has been on the tighter end of things, so I don't really expect him to have too much 6x in his hand, but sometimes you have those rogue little danglers that get in there. Fabian goes for a very small c-bet. Tomasz has been told to rearrange his cards, and now we see the mystery unraveled. It's ace, king, jack, 10, deuce, and indeed that flop does not hit him at all. So Fabian going to c-bet and take that one. Fabian chipping up nicely here, which I love to see. Maybe he's feeling that Barry's Angels commentary energy.
Yeah.
He does also have
hopefully.
I have a tradition, by the way. Whenever he has a final table or a deep run, he always asks me for some lemon water from the casino. So I brought him some lemon water.
Okay. Was there some special?
It's just water with lemon taste in it. Lemon water.
Yeah, but you brought it all the way from casino. They don't have it in the bars.
They normally have it up here in the evening, but during the afternoon they don't. So I went down to the casino, got the water, but then there was no lemons in it, and then I went to the bar and got some lemons to make it lemon water. I mean,
you're working hard for your team.
Team dedication. As a team captain, I have to make sure that I look after my team.
Exactly, absolutely. So then we know that Fabian is on this final table. Barry's playing the 3K.
Barry, unfortunately, has busted the 3K.
And you're here. So what's the fourth guy, Alexander, doing? No, not Alexander.
No, it's Riku Koivuorina. He's playing the main event today.
Yeah. So he's in the mix as well.
Yeah.
All right. So, and talking about in the mix, we have Jason coming back now
hello.
as well.
Hello, Mr.
So
Jason.
I'm going to hand the microphone over to him, or the headsets, and then he'll be joining you, Scott. And I think in 38 minutes we're going on a break in this one. So
yeah, I think I'll disappear in 38 minutes and go get ready for the PLO PKO.
Sounds like a dream to me. So bye for now, and Jason, glad you're coming in.
So while we wish Wise Guy well on his break, we will be joined once again by the legendary Jason Glatzer. Hello again, Mr. Glatzer.
Hello.
Pleasure to have you back, sir.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be
enjoy
here
your
with
break?
you, Scott. I did. I got to
Popcorn
visit the. It's going to be hard to eat that while talking, actually, but it does look good. I did steal some from you guys at some stage, but no, I was in the OlyBet lounge watching some of the Olympic hockey. It's Canada versus Czech, and then that was for about 5-10 minutes, and then I went to the Spin and Gold Arena.
Yeah.
Where while waiting for players to play, I had a little bit of fun, but I realized that's one event I can actually still join because they would let you play. The games are so fast, you can play day 2 during like a break or something.
Ah, nice.
But that's a pretty cool format. It's 110 buy-in, 3 max. Similar to the spinning gold structure that they have at OlyBet Poker and GG Poker.
Yeah.
So it could be fun. It was fun playing it for like no money, so I think it would be fun to play it with money. It was only fun because I won, but
I mean, I played one of those free rolls and won myself a $5 spin and gold ticket.
can you use it? It's
Yeah.
on the GG network, right?
Yeah,
It's not just
so
on OlyBet.
It's not just OlyBet. They'll do it for your GG name as well.
Network-wide. That's cool.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, because OlyBet is pretty cool. It's in the Baltics. It's one of the few legal options that we have. But in the rest of the world, GG is operating under with different partners, or they're usually it's themselves. So OlyBet is not competing with GG, but they're partnering with GG on,
there's quite a
on
few,
this
right?
kind of thing.
I think you still have DraftKings that operates in a few. Is it BetKings or BetKings? Yeah,
it's
BetKings
not
operates in a
DraftKings.
few.
That's a United States
Yes, that's a different one.
fantasy sports.
I think you have Natural 8 also for some of the Asian players as well.
Yeah, before OlyBet came into the market, it was Natural 8 in Lithuania, but it wasn't like a Lithuanian license type of thing like OlyBet is. And there's only like a small handful that are licensed by the Lithuanian government at the moment.
Yeah, so happy days at OlyBet, able to help the Baltics have some great online poker tournaments. I mean, at the moment, we have to say biggest site at the moment in the world in terms of player base, in terms of numbers.
In terms of the network, for sure.
it
and
is.
then you can see the effect that it's had on the local markets. Players love satellites. There's some that are more value added than others, but even a regular satellite, you could look around and there's so many more players from Lithuania and Latvia than there used to be. Now, part of that is, the general marketing push, of course, and, people like me working with Poker Pro, as well. But to be fair, a good portion of that are the satellite qualifiers that weren't able to, play for tickets until OlyBet came to the market.
Yeah,
so it's
it helps a lot.
It's a really good feature, and some satellites are specific for event, but very often you're playing for a satellite for any 1K.
Yeah, I know, for example, one of my teammates, Riku, loves these online satellites and has a lot of online satellite tickets that he won.
Because then if you come to a festival and, I was kind of ripping you, but I'm in the same boat. I'm 0 for 4 this festival, which is unusual for me. I have a fairly high, one of the events I had zero expectation of making the money, and that was the UFC, and that was the closest I came to a cash, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it's, when you come with the free tickets that you've earned already, of course, but, you don't have to have all this coming out of your bankroll.
Yeah, it's great.
It's already there.
It feels like you're kind of free rolling already in a sense.
And then
when
you
you have the
add a
tickets.
few side events because you're playing the team competition and all that. But you can focus on the events that you won the tickets on because they're typically multi-day affairs.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's good to see Arunis with some chips, and it looks like Fabian chipped up since I left, but I guess
so
everybody has.
Let me give you a bit of an update, actually.
Yeah.
I think you left us with 8 players left.
Correct, and I saw the 8th.
You saw the big bluff with our Finnish friend?
Yes,
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised.
Bold
and I saw
bluff,
that.
though. I think he was close to getting the job done. I think just ultimately his reputation preceded
His
him.
image was not going to sustain a big bluff like that.
Unfortunately not.
It could have, actually, because there's so much ICM pressure, but I think in this level of field, it's very hard to trick the players.
Yeah, so that saw him go very short, but he wasn't eliminated at that stage. We had a double elimination with Fabian with a quite coordinated hand, so he took Dennis and Yari out in 8th and 7th place, respective.
So mean.
Klaus actually laddered then to get to 6th place. And as you say, Fabian has been chipping up very nicely. Arunis was getting a little bit out of line with a couple of his defends. I don't know if you saw those hands specifically.
Arunis, it makes a lot of sense because before you came in, I played a good amount of cash game hands with Arunis over the years, and he's super strong. I walk into the 2-2 table, I'm now only playing during some of the festivals, but back when, there wasn't a lot to do during pandemic times, it would always be, like a lot of these crushers, and he's one of the people that I prefer just not to have position on.
Yeah, he's a good player, don't get me wrong.
But
I just think
the cash game style, is typically you should be defending a lot wider. and then just be very cautious post-flop just because the implied odds are infinitesimally more than you're going to potentially get in a
For
tournament.
sure. But I don't mean just defending single opens. I mean also a couple of 3-bet defends that were quite spicy as well.
Okay, that's a different story.
There was one against Fabian where he opened for pot. Fabian repotted in 5-card PLO from, I think it was a small blind, and he defended with Jack 9, 7. It was either 5 deuce or 3 deuce, double suited, but still a bit raggedy, a bit
playing out of position as well.
Yeah. Well, no, he had position post, but
then it actually makes sense to me because he has good reads on things. You could see that he's always focused and serious. It doesn't mean he doesn't have a sense of humor,
No,
but
for sure.
at the table, this is what you see. You know, like he could have a friendly comment or two, but while the hand is going on,
I can see he's locked in, as one should be for this.
He's uber competitive. I would say him and Fabian are the two that, you know, when you look into their eyes, you just see the competitive nature of both of those players. Don't let Fabian's friendliness fool you, actually.
Oh, no.
He's a fierce competitor.
He really is.
It looks like blinds are going to go up after this hand, so I missed the 10-20 level and caught the tail end of the 10-25 level. All of a sudden up to 15,000, 30,000, so the average stack is going to dip below 30 bigs for the first time.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's just also because the eliminations have slowed down a little bit. As the eliminations happen, the average gets a bit higher again. Ace King Queen looks lovely, but the 7 deuce is very, very dangly. Sammy's definitely been on the tighter end of things, so I don't expect him to open this. From the button, you could certainly open as a steal, but under the gun, this is just a little bit too adventurous with the single suited king.
It's not a bounty, so if you want to, you can, but as you said, the fold is...
He is also the shortest stack, so he just can't really mess around at this point. He's looking for a hand to go with and try and double up. So it's going to be blind v blind between Arunis and Fabian. Arunis. Apologies for my...
There should be like a flat line over the U. It's like a special U in Lithuanian as well.
Arunis, okay. So like the U is a bit longer, Arunis.
It doesn't need to be longer. I think I was exaggerating it because...
I was making it too short.
Yeah. And then Fabian with a very nice Hilton special hand, but not so good in 5-card Omaha with 4 clubs in it. You can only use 2 of them, so he's blocking himself on his own flush draw, in theory.
And yet we are off to a flop.
Yep, and it's a club out of the window, but 2 diamonds to follow. King, Jack, 4. Very dicey board. If it was multi-way, you know, you could see a lot of action, but in this case we have Arunis with a nice flush draw, and Fabian... The problem is he doesn't really have a proper draw and just has the jack, but maybe he's going to try to steal it after Arunis checked in a limp pot.
Yeah, there's no harm in trying one stab and one steal.
It wasn't limp though, right? It was a open by Arunis.
Yeah, open by Arunis and Fabian with the defend. It's a bit of a raggedy defend with the sort of dangly 6-3, but at least the Queen Jack 8-6 decently coordinated. Does turn 2 pairs.
I think in a blind v blind range, you know, in terms of especially what you told me about Arunis, and especially knowing Fabian pays attention to every single detail, then I think defend isn't the end of the world there.
For sure, fine defend.
But now
obviously not going to be folding the turn.
In a weird spot.
Nah, I don't think he's going to be folding the turn.
There's a lot of stuff that he's just not catching up to with Jack 6 for the 2 pair, and he has no draws to either straight.
But there
no flush draw. It's just like he calls here, he doesn't know where he stands on the river. So it's. I'm not going to be surprised if he folds, but let's see.
I don't hate either way.
It depends on if he
but like
feels
you say, he's very
Arunis
observant against his
can just
opponent.
do exactly what he's doing and bet that bare flush draw in 5-card PLO. I mean, he has a 6, but that doesn't really matter unless another 6 comes.
Yeah.
Or an ace, I guess. But
I don't hate it.
About.
I don't hate it.
So we did fold. I think that's how I would have played that as well.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of rivers that are just very awkward. There's many straights, many flushes that will come in on the end. Equally, if you call the turn, what river do you want to see? And like you say, specifically, it's like the 6 or the jack. And yeah, I don't mind that at all. But as you can see, Fabian's chipped up really nicely. Sammy has gone up a little bit, down at 9 big blinds. He's going to need to do something very quickly.
Or let those medium stacks just collide into each other. You know, I guess There is some merit if the glory of being a Kings of Tallinn champion isn't your thing, you can maximize maybe your money value in here by, in such a high volatile game, just wait till you're really, really strong and play super tight is maybe an option.
The interesting thing is that Sebastian and Arunis for quite some time were the sort of comfortable chip leaders. We notice now that Arunis has kind of fallen back into that middle pack, so Sebastian with the comfortable chip lead, we have second to fourth kind of packed together. And then one short stack
two mystery
needing
hands.
to do something.
We see Arunis' nice rundown until we saw the 5.
I think it's still good enough where we would want to see a flop, though. That Queen Jack 10-9 is just...
It's also the short stack is going to 9 times out of 10.
Yes.
Not 9 out of 10, but
A
often
decent
enough.
amount of time, yeah.
So Sammy actually waking up with a pretty double-suited hand. The 2 isn't going to matter for either player.
No.
So we
And
can look
I
at this
wonder
as
what
a
we
4-card
have.
PLO
I wonder what we
hand.
have for Sebastian here. The mystery will be a mystery for not too much longer.
He is asking for a count, so he can't, he didn't snap call. That means that ace is going to be live for Sammy at least.
Yeah, I mean, he's not folding anyway.
No, but it means there's no aces in the hand.
Yeah.
Right, we have another limit call.
Looks like some double-suited King, Queen, 7-8-4. Yeah, King, Queen, 7-8-4,
Some
double-suited.
live cards, but you could...
Actually favorite.
How was he favorite there? That's
Actually
interesting.
favorite
It
pre.
must be because of some of the burnt cards,
Yeah.
but otherwise I can't see how that would be favorite.
I mean, so the diamond flush draw's live,
the
7
hearts
and 4 are
is
live, hearts are dead. Yeah, it must be
And
based
it's
on...
a stronger hand set. I mean, the king is blocked, the 8 is blocked, and the other cards are higher than the other. The 2
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
It's maybe more the sort
versus
of
the 4.
coordination because that sort of 8-7-4 works together, the King Queen
Yeah,
works
it could be
together,
the-
whereas this is a
the
bit
4
too
works better
dangly.
than the deuce. But anyway, it's a 9-9-10 flop.
Both of them flop a straight draw.
Sammy ahead just with his bare ace king, subject to change. And the
Aye,
queen
that's
on
a
the
straight.
turn.
That's a straight. Tick next to Sammy. That will be a full double up.
So Sammy finding a spot, which is what Scott recommended him to do, in fact. So
But do you notice the hand that folded, Jason? Queen Jack 10-9.
oh wow,
Would have got
yeah,
there for
yeah.
the lot.
The queen 9
Would have flopped a
had
house.
2 sets.
Would have flopped a
before.
house, yeah. And equally, not to be results oriented, but just I love hands like that where you have, obviously we want 5 cards all working together, but 4 cards, clean run out, sometimes you're going to flop 2 pair with straight draw kind of things.
Do you like to rabbit hole when you're playing on GG? I don't know how much
I
you
rabbit
used to
a
play a
little
lot
bit.
of short deck there back when, and also some of the Omaha, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
I know you're
can't
focusing
resist.
mostly with your sponsorship
I am, yeah,
site,
yeah.
and nothing wrong with that as well.
We should be getting Chinese
You
poker
can't play
in
at
a few weeks,
OlyBet anyway,
Jason.
and
Yeah.
in Spain.
No, but
That's
I live
one
in
game I'll never
Gibraltar.
play online. It's so easy to cheat in that online.
Did you say I live in Spain?
In Gibraltar,
Yes.
which is part of Spain.
No, it's not. British Overseas Territory.
Did that change last year? When,
No.
when,
British Overseas Territory since the 1700s.
When the British Prime Minister decided that we'll make some agreement.
We are not the Chagos Islands, thank you very much.
No, I'm joking around. I do have some friends in Gibraltar. Shout out to Nick Diaz if you bump into him.
I've not met him, but I've actually had some
It's
conversations
Richard
with him.
Cunningham's birthday, actually, so a
Oh,
big
is
happy
it?
birthday to him.
Happy
He's another
birthday, Richard.
Gibraltan. I don't know if he's
Gibraltarian, we say.
Gibraltarian.
Gibraltarian, we say, yes. I actually have Gibraltar on
I
my
think I
pants,
covered
Jason.
the people that actually live in Gibraltar that I know at the moment.
I even have, see, Gibraltar upon my jogging pants. That is the rock for the Football Association.
Are you on the national football team?
I am not.
You could be.
I like to support them, though. They have a couple of good players, actually. They have a Man United Academy player called James Scanlon, who's just gone on loan to Swindon Town, scored on his first
But
goal.
hold on a second. I mean, you said Sammy was tight, but this is an interesting button open by Fabian, who's likely been opening every time it's folded to him on the button.
And as you see, Sammy is tight. Sammy folds.
That could have been a good 3-bet spot, knowing that Fabi is paying attention, but he might not know that Fabi is a very detail-oriented person and would respect that 3-bet quite a lot.
Oh, he would. For sure he would. But Sammy is tight.
Tight can be right.
I mean, as Franca says, tight is ice. That's his saying.
Because Frankie is so tight.
I believe that's his new book coming out this summer, actually, by Franca von Spackenberg.
Frankie sometimes tightens up.
How many bullets did he do in this season again?
Which one? Because the one in Vilnius, he said he did 6, but he only did 5 before winning it.
He actually did 6.
Did we do all the audits here? Because we have a track record of him saying 6 and it's 5.
I mean, I can double check.
No, it's 6. I'm joking around. I checked this morning myself. I wrote the article on OlyBet events, but it's this time it was Svita and PLO5, and a shout out to Frankie, of course. The festival series is coming to Vilnius end of May, but before that they visit Bratislava on February 23rd, and that should be rather exciting if you like mixed games. You could check them out as well, but for now we still have some mixed games, some hold'em, and all day it's a PLO day. I mean, we have the 1K now. You'll have the 3K, which oddly was up to 23 entries, but only 9 remaining, with late registration still open for an hour and a half. So there was already players asking about what happens if we get down to 3 players. It's late registration, but players are re-entering and whatnot as well. And then there's a few players that haven't gotten in yet. But that'll be exciting. And then at night, you're probably playing the 350.
I will be, yes.
PLO4, 5, 6 bounty, I believe. Is it a bounty?
Progressive bounty, progressive knockout.
Progressive, even better.
But I believe they had 60-something in the 2K PLO. So I thought it would be basically the same kind of people entering the 3K.
I mean, if you think about it, it's quite impressive considering most of the players that play in this 3K PLO also play Hold'em enough where they're going to go after that 1 million guarantee.
Let's just stop the PLO discussions for the moment, because we have a hand, Jason, and we have a flop. That is quite the flop.
Yeah, there's going to be some action here, and Sammy can't be tight enough to get away from that nut flush draw. The overpair certainly helps as well.
And top 2 for Sebastian. I believe chips will be flying.
The no clubs for Sebastian, the no Jack 10, 9 kind of rundown. He's not going to be as... If the hand situations were the other way around, you can maybe look at it differently. But let's see. If Sebastian bets or checks, that's going to dictate a lot of the hand, whether there's a donk bet.
Well, Sebastian has checked.
Checked.
But Sammy should be continuing here. There's just no way this doesn't go in.
Yeah, I think announced all in.
I think he said pot.
Okay, so that's 245,000, which is more than half his stack.
Yeah, Sebastian's just going to be getting this in.
He may just call here. I mean, it's probably going to get in anyway on a turn, but you could get
in.
away from a clip
It's in. It's in.
Why not? Let's have some fun. It's pretty much a coin flip. It actually is 50-50 in this case, and Sammy with 9 outs, but he also has some other outs as well that could develop depending on what comes on the turn. It's any club, any ace, or any 3 at the moment, because there's no straight draw here by Seb. Just the top 2, and that's it. So he just wants a hold, and all the draws are over to Sammy.
Good luck, gents. We're off to the races. Sammy is the all-in player with the aces.
The suspense.
Seb looking to hold with the top 2 pair. Can we get some ladders for Barry's Angels?
Seb works, he's on Barry's team.
Essentially speaking.
Oh,
and it's almost over. It's just 1 out, because one of the aces has been folded. 1 out for Sammy.
It was such a dirty turn.
Yeah, you see
and another club on the river just to
full on overkill.
But well done by Sammy. I mean, nice run. 5th place for 8,480 euros is not bad at all, and the top 4 have now locked up more than 11,000. So
5 figures.
It's getting serious.
And serious for the team points as well. Every ladder at this stage is a few points.
They're probably more concerned about the 33,000 top prize, I would say, these 4 players.
Fabian's
the fans
a loyal...
should watch the team. So Fabian is on your team.
Yeah.
Sebastian is on Barry's team. I don't know Sebastian.
Wait, Sebastian's on whose team?
I don't know. I thought you were saying Barry's team.
No, as in...
Barry's on your team?
Yeah, Barry's Angels is the name of the team. So for Barry's Angels, we needed Sebastian to... Sorry, my apologies for the confusion.
No, I should have known that. You've told me your team before.
Yeah. So it's Barry, Riku, me, and Fabian. And we have these lovely team T-shirts that we got because we registered our team nice and early. So on the final day, we will all be representing our Barry's Angels T-shirts. That's how you put the fear of God into all of your opponents. Final day. Wear your team name in pride. Show them that you are top of the leaderboard or wherever you are. Yeah, that final day grind is always a little bit crazier than the other days to get those final points.
And there's more events this time on the final day too, so it's a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
because we have an extra Chinese event. Second
Ooh.
Chinese event. 200. It's sort of faster
Do you
structure.
think they could bring that over to the... They can do that in the commentating booth. My table is in the commentating booth, well, and we can multi-table that one, actually.
I mean, yeah.
Multi-table comms and OFC sounds
I
like a
think you
good time.
could, honestly. This comms desk is quite long, so I think we could definitely have... Yeah, there's enough room. Yeah, we could have someone
We can make this,
opposite end.
table 13.
I'm sure we could.
Because
yeah.
nobody really ever wants to be at table 13,
Yeah,
but I don't
think
mind.
we could make that happen. It's a 200... it's a faster structure, so 20, 25-minute levels, 35k starting. They obviously want these all done for the players' party at the end. So,
Which
yeah.
is at 10 o'clock on Sunday, folks, and it's going to be the house band with Yarko, with Tilivera.
Tilivera is back, yes.
Yeah, she is back, and her voice has come along with it. And the tournament director, Olivier, is also in the band as the bass player.
Great guitarist, yeah.
And I'm uncertain at this particular time who is rounding off the band, but...
So I know Yarko's doing the drumming again,
Yes.
and Yarko's drumming energy as
he
any
was
one
just
of you
in
have
Los
seen.
Angeles at the Whiskey Go-Go.
Yeah, incredible. And I'm not sure if the other two...
I'm
I
not
think
sure
it might
who's
be-
on lead guitar.
I
but
think
it's
it
the
might
thing.
be part of
And if they
Yarko's-
have a keyboard, I can play keyboard, but I can't keep up with those guys, actually.
You can play the triangle, Jason. We'll give you a triangle to ding at the end.
No, I simplified my musical. I can play just about everything. So I wanted to focus on one thing, and I got myself a keyboard recently, and I've been
Nice.
trying to play like 4 or 5 hours a week.
Yeah.
I'm basically listening to 80s songs
I
lately
love
because it's a
80s.
pretty cool, turquoise blue synthesizer.
By the way, do you know what
And then
these little
trying to
piggies...
figure out how to play it, and maybe looking up a note or two on YouTube just to help me get started.
Yeah. Have you noticed the little piggy stickers on the hand of our player here?
No?
So very carefully when the cards
see
come
there's a
around,
sticker now.
you'll see there's two. He's got like two little... They're sort of little piggy stickers, and I'm just
Is
wondering...
it from Peppa Pig?
It could be. I'm just wondering if they're sort of good luck stick. These have a little closer look.
They look like Hello Kitty, maybe.
I thought they were sort of pig. It could be Hello Kitty, but I assume those are probably good luck things from his kids, maybe, or something. Oh, very nice coordinated hand here. Queen Jack 10-8 with a suit for Arunas.
And he's just limping, which is fine. You don't want to juice up the pot at these. Oh, he is raising, actually.
No, Fabian wants to juice up the... Oh, he did raise, okay. I thought it was Fabian making the decision
no.
to juice it up.
So he is repping a strong hand, which he has. And I think he flopped Broadway, but let's see. It is
Yeah.
Broadway, so the
Ding.
check mark already there. No spades for Fabian. It's going to be a very basic hand if Arunis is going to protect against the flush draw, which it looks like he is. Also against potential sets that are out there, you want to get them to potentially fold at this
I have the
stage.
Jack of Spades.
And
It is no good.
And Arunis now pulls back in front of Fabian, but it's just by a big blind or two. Actually, less than one big blind.
It's tightly packed in that area.
Should we run up and sneak like another game under the Omaha? Just put them on their toes last second while they're competing. I don't think they would appreciate that, and of course we would never do that. It's quite. These guys are, really want to win the title, not just for the money.
Understandably.
It could be the team points, like Scott said, but a lot of it is just
The honor, the trophy.
and the recognition that you get from your peers as the champion.
Yeah. And like you say, Fabi is fiercely competitive. Any tournament that he enters, he wants to cash, he wants to win it. He's not there for the fun of it. And very good at it. Already managed to win himself the Chinese championship this week, 350 deep stack Chinese.
It doesn't mean he doesn't have a little bit of fun, though.
He loves it.
If it's not this stage of the tournament, he'll have a few conversations, but at this stage, he's going to be cutting that off a little bit, unless it's someone like Frankie on the table.
For sure, for sure. He's also one of those players that doesn't tend to drink while he's playing, but heads up against Franca, he'll always take a beer. He's done that out of respect for him a few times.
But now Frankie's not been drinking for over a year.
I'm so proud of Franca, actually. Like, Franca went from drinking a lot of beers to drinking no beers, and also
No, he's still drinking a lot of beers, but there's 0.0.
non-alcoholic. Yeah, but it's not just the no drinking; it's the no smoking as well. Like,
That I need to work on.
incredible. I mean, do you still smoke conventional cigarettes? Or
No,
do you
but
just
the
vape?
vaping is not very good for you either.
Is it not? I didn't think it was that terrible.
But it can't be very good. They don't have enough information on it either.
But it can't be horrible. It's not like you're having black tar in your lungs like you
But
would
I
with
don't
cigarettes.
want to. Maybe, but for a while they weren't saying anything about cigarettes either, right?
Yeah.
So, it's
True.
I know
Early
medical.
days.
I know medical advances are much different than they used to be.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine inhaling anything but oxygen is really that healthy for you.
Probably. But then they say that weed is quite beneficial for, for certain people, for certain conditions and
Yeah,
such.
and where it's legal, it's
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
we can we can say
I'm
that
actually off to Amsterdam after this.
that's
Not-
maybe
not
a little
for
bit
that
different,
purpose.
but
Yeah.
you wouldn't need to smoke that either.
No. Fabian with the double suited 9-8-5-4 is going to just raise and take it pre.
In general purposes, it seems like Fabian is now beginning to take a little bit more charge of this table, but
Yeah.
it seemed like that was maybe happening before I came in as well. But it's
I think the shorter handed it gets, the more comfortable he's getting. I did see pre-final table also. He had a really big stack, and then he lost a massive pot against Kuso, where Kuso only had 3 outs, managed to get there, and that was how Kuso came to his final table stack. So had Fabian not lost that, I think he would have had sort of more momentum going into the final table. But yeah, so he's had to navigate himself a little bit carefully. He's built up a stack once again, and now he's getting in that position where he can start to leverage that stack a bit better once again. But he's not going to be leveraging with 10-7-4-4 from under the gun. But you can see he's got a smile on his face. He's having some fun. He's enjoying himself. Sebastian with a Succo flush in his hand. Did you ever play Succo?
I played it in like a dealer's choice cash game a bunch of times, and then I think I may or may not have tried it in a very low buy-in tournament here in Tallinn. I don't remember.
I played a Succo low tournament here, and it was the biggest bingo I've ever played. Pop, 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 pop. Let's go to the races. Sebastian with the ace-jack flops. A pretty nice portion, but so does Arunas with the wrap. We can see that all of the outs are clean outs for Arunas. Spades are not a factor. And he does drill the straight on the turn.
But he can't necessarily know that he's good unless
No,
it's checked over to him. Now he should probably feel like he should try to get some value. But does check it back, keeping pot controlled.
Being cautious, no problem with that.
And a blank on the river. If it gets checked again, I think Arunis will try to bet. And let's see, maybe he's going to check it back, but he should be concerned, obviously, by some full houses that might even check. That, a jack deuce would be a sneaky check.
Yeah, bottom end of the full houses, equally like pocket pairs, pocket eights would be a check call. It's not like you're going to be thrilled with it. But he does go for some value. And he is going to get it nicely. He's played a few hands like this, actually, where I've been quite impressed because he's found the right size on the river to get paid. If you get too greedy here, you don't get paid. You have to find that small, delicate size where a jack X is going to have to look you up.
And if you get bluffed off it, you kind of have to accept it
Yep.
at this stage.
Yep.
If you get raised, you have to fold it. So it makes it fairly simple with a non-nutted hand like a straight on that board.
Yeah, and we are going to be changing to 5-card Omaha once again for those of you just tuning in. When the button moves to seat number 1, as it just has, the button flips over, we change games. So it is essentially a round of each. And I quite like that they do that here because you go to some places and they'll use those tracking chips to sort of see how many hands it is. Sometimes the chips get a little bit mislaid along the way or whatever. So this is just a very clean system where you always know button hits number 1, we're changing games. It's clear for everybody.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. One of the many good things that the floor and staff do. And once again, big shout out to all of the floors and staff They work very hard for us. None of these tournaments would be running without them, and they all do a very professional job, a very fantastic job.
But hold on here, Scott. Thomas has been quiet. It's going to be hard for people to think that he's going to open from the cutoff / under the gun with anything that isn't good, but it isn't the best looking aces. The king is a little bit helpful, but 3 hearts doesn't look very pretty. The 8 and the 3 not connecting with anything.
The
but
coordination
of
these aces is not fantastic. And as I said with Wise Guy, it's not like 4-card Omaha where these aces are always going to have a good advantage. In 5-card Omaha, equities run so much closer. You can have some double-suited, decent coordinated combos where actually those combos are going to be a favorite. For example, that hand that Sebastian just folded again is a kind of hand that I really like. Queen Jack 10 had a bit of one dangler at the bottom, but those kind of hands you're going to flop really well sometimes, and they're quite easy to negotiate post-flop. Fabian does choose to defend. And as it happens, the hand that folded that I would not have folded drills the flop.
Yeah.
Drills the flop.
And some rappies. But Thomas ahead. He's facing a tough player at the big blind.
Fabian's actually ahead with the Queen 6 here.
Oh,
but
now he's not.
Now Thomas is ahead.
I knew it was going to pair the jack.
You knew what was happening here.
I can see the future. Actually, the past, because we're in a 30-minute delay, but we can't see what's happening on the TV table. We're actually out in the main area where side events are taking place. That's intentionally so the players can't hear us when we're talking about them. We have all the respect for the players on the final table. When we're talking about hands, it would maybe just be how we're approaching it, but there's a reason Scott and I are in the booth and we're not on the table. So props to the final 4 here, Scott.
Yeah. But you say the booth, it's actually a funny booth because normally we would be tucked away where nobody can find us. We're actually out in the open. We can kind of see the corridor of tables in front of us. They can hear us a little bit as well. I'm getting waved to from the floor staff as they're coming by. So I think it's a cool kind of booth we have here.
Yeah, it's been like a part of a double change. So when the No Filter Poker Tour was here, they moved the TV table from the from where it was. It's hard to describe from people that weren't here, but not too far from where the stairs. There's an alcove, so it was kind of built out over there.
It was like opposite the cash desk, basically. You go straight opposite the cash desk, and you'd have the TV table there.
And it was a nice setup there too. It was there for a couple of years. It used to be on the casino floor, and then a few times it's actually been in here before, but that goes well past before the pandemic. So everything is branded much nicer than it used to be. I mean, it was always branded nicely, but now it's on a different level, and they decided during No Filter to put it back in the main room, and now they've even improved that, taking feedback from players and everything and put it in the corner.
Fabian rivers a house with 7s, and it's such a sneaky house, and he finds a value bet. Wow. And the thing is...
It's so polarizing.
Wow. That's such a gross run out. Wow.
And now Fabian knows he's ahead because a Jack X that would have connected with the 6 or 7 would have called already.
Wow, what a sick river. Yeah, and as you were saying about where the TV table moved, they actually said it creates more space, interestingly, where they now have that sort of corridor of tables where the old feature used to be. I think it was Teresa that told me they have
Wait a minute here. I thought he was going to call.
I mean, he's thinking about it. This is so tough. This is so tough. It's a nasty river. It's just so disguised. Like,
on the other hand, you're still behind just about. You could have easily been behind when Fabian is capable of checking back if he connected with the Jack on the turn, especially with a Jack 7 kind of hand, a Jack 6 kind of hand that already made the boat might check. In order to try to induce, and then if it doesn't work, do something like this. So I don't think I'm actually thinking that Fabian is ever going to jam with, like he has some bluffs, obviously.
Fabian,
but
this is the problem.
Low.
He does call. This is the thing, though, is it's Fabian. Fabian, he knows, is a very capable player, is very capable of turning some kind of ace, king, 10 wrap hand or something like that into a bluff.
He's capable, but the range of him doing it is not at a high enough frequency to call the pot size bet, I don't think.
But it's also the fact that he does that pot size bet. It's so polarized. He either has nuts or nothing. I think if he goes for a sort of smaller, milky bet, he probably doesn't feel there's a bluff there, but because it's that polarized pot-size bet.
It could have still been dangerous, though, because, a Jack-7 would have checked that turn.
Yeah.
It's not like you have a made hand with Jack-7, 5-4 or something like that.
Equally,
or
Queen Jack would
or
happily,
Jack-10,
Queen Jack would
9-7.
happily check the turn and allow the trap to be laid. But he does block the Queen.
Yeah. But it looks like he had him not covered yet, so there's some chips still in play.
No,
but
I
Fabian,
think he's out.
Oh, he's out.
Yeah, he was in seat number 6.
Because
he is out.
Yeah, because he should have had actually 95,000 chips according to the graphics.
Yeah.
So
And apologies that the graphics were missing 4th position, but he has just been knocked out in 4th place there.
11,180 euros, so a very nice run. And the final 3 on the podium have locked up 14,960. It looks like they're going to play one more hand, and then it's going to be a 1-hour dinner break.
Okay.
Okay, it's going to be a 40-minute dinner break, though, for those of you on the stream, because we're able to kind of speed up a little bit of the dinner break action.
We've got some time magic that we can employ here.
The crew here, it's been, better and better every time, but it was such like a day and night thing when they came day one. So shout out to Mr. Edgar and everybody that's assisting him.
They do an excellent job as well. And yeah, so as I was saying about the TV table before we had that massive hand, apparently we have sort of extra tables because of that. I didn't realize that like the TV table took up so much room in that corridor area, but as it happens, you can sort of space more tables in there.
Interesting enough, that used to be the players' lounge where you had the table tennis, the foosball, video games if you wanted.
I never had that here.
Pizza coming and whatnot, but it just got so busy that they wound up needing that space as well. So now I'm glad that the lounge is back. It's in one of the side rooms.
Yes.
I was hanging out there watching some hockey while you and Wise Guy were there with the stream on my phone at the same time.
Yeah, that was like the old production room, right, essentially?
Yeah, that was the old production room, and since the production's moved inside, the production room needs to be closer to the TV table than where it used to be.
Yeah.
But it looks like Arunis got all players to fold pre-flop, so we will be heading for a 40-minute dinner break. And we will be coming back in 40 minutes. But first, let's give some other updates from around the bend. So, Scott, it's been a fantastic week. And after this concludes, you know what's going on the stream?
On the stream?
Yes, on the stream.
Tell me more.
It is the 3,000 PLO4, PLO5 high roller. So if you're entertained by this, which I am, you're going to be looking at them playing, bigger buy-in. And it's a very interesting dynamic because late registration's about to close. They have a little bit of time. There's always going to be the last minute people getting in. It's already gotten 24 entries, but somehow just 6 left. So we could be even coming into a final table. But meanwhile, we have an exciting final 3 here. All worthy potential winners. We have Fabian, we have Arunis, and of course Mr. Seb Crane, all competing for a massive 33,000 plus top prize, and right now they're getting their bellies filled, and maybe we shall do the same, Scott.
I think so. That's a good plan. So we'll see you all in 40 minutes. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to stick with us. Obviously, get yourselves refreshed as well.
Maybe some popcorn.
Yeah, bit of OlyBet popcorn. See you in a bit.
täna me avame Baltimaade kõige suuremat isekotikeskust.
a woman realizes that she's not alone in this big poker world, she gains motivation, confidence, just becomes a strong warrior. A lot of people think that in women-only poker tournaments, the skill level is not the same. But a lot of people keep on forgetting that anybody can beat anybody. Women play poker a little bit differently than men. They are more sticky players, but I have never seen a female poker player flipping over the poker table because of the bad beat. Queens of Tallinn stopped being just women's tournament practically when it was just announced in 2023, because this was the first time in Europe when we had the 3-day non-stop poker games. So this was something fantastic.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
I really hope that the future players, when they hear the Queens of Tallinn, they will feel this warmth that comes out of the players that we have over here, and that this is something that they will be, trying to participate and achieve and get that crown. Competition at Queens of Tallinn can be tough. It depends, of course, on the table, but at the same time, it's a friendly competition. It is very important to see women lifting trophies, no matter the tournament. Of course, in Queens, it's especially nice because everybody, is so friendly and familiar with each other. But just in general, to see a woman win is always nice, and it's very motivating.
I'm very, very happy that we're coming back to Estonia, back to Olympic Casino. We will do 2 stops here in Tallinn, one in the summer and one in the autumn. And then we will have a stop each weekend in Vilnius and in Riga. So I'm very, very excited coming back home. I think we at the festival, we bring a community like no other event, in the sense that it truly are as many people from Hungary, as from Germany, as from Ireland, as from Sweden. Somehow with the mixed games, but still a lot of Texas, but with the mixed games, the road is open to get to know people from all walks of life, from all countries. So we bring a different community.
I get the chance to truly be myself. I hear somebody call the World Series of Poker a poker festival, so I'm like, you know what? This is going to be my Burning Man this year. But where's the music? Okay, I got to bring the music. I'm a maniac on the floor. I just randomly wander into a corner of New York, rap, freestyle, get 1 million views, feel that energy coursing through me. Fly out to Vegas. I go out and buy a cowboy hat. I step into character. Then I'm that guy.
Right, good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the No Filter series here in Tallinn at the OlyBet Casino in Hilton Park. Wow, what a week. I'm with a very special guest. I know we spoke to him early on. Duncan Blake, welcome. How are you, sir? Nice to catch up.
I am right as rain. It is good to be seeing you. It's good to be seeing you all here. And it's an honor to sit with you, Glenn. Come on.
Thank you very much. I want to find out who the real Duncan Blake is.
He's serenading for the call. My name is Duncan Blake. I'm 26 days old. Duncan Bradford Horst was a being who had 39 good years, died in the middle of France after a castle fell on his head, and Duncan Blake came here with 2 hats. White hat is for loving people. I'm a maniac. Black hat is for taking everybody's chips. We're gonna do it because it's about energy. Excuse my French.
Estonia. You've come out to Estonia. It's your first trip here. What do you think of Tallinn?
I mean, this is the real Wild West now, right? Tallinn, Estonia, beautiful people. Respect from America. Crushed it. Beautiful women, beautiful men. I love the old town. So I surf out of here. I walk straight through the park. I go to an old town place. I eat a deer. I absorb its energy. I come back. I hunt.
Need you more than ever. And if you love me, hold me tight. And you will push them in forever.
Poker brings you around the world to do it.
Yeah.
Poker brings you around the world to meet people, meet men, meet women you would never meet otherwise.
Play ball!
Let's go! No. I mean, I watched you on the WSOP singing to people at the tables and stuff, and the next thing I know, I meet you in Estonia. So how does it go from there to here?
What actually ends up happening, I hear somebody call the World Series of Poker a poker festival. So I'm like, you know what? This is going to be my Burning Man this year. But where's the music? Okay, I got to bring the music.
Winner takes it all, the loser standing small.
I wear an American flag suit, and at exactly midnight on July 4th, I sing, God Bless America. It gets like 1 million views on the WSOP, right? Mike Murphy, tournament director, is in it. All the tournament directors know me, love me now. And then 2 dudes are like, yo, are you playing the main event? I was gonna fly home on the 6th. I was like, no. They're like, no, you have to play. The energy's amazing. I'm like, I'm not planning on it, guys. My clothes stink. They smell like a dog rolled in something dead. They're like, all right, we will roll you.
All I wanted was to break your walls.
So that's how I got to the main event. Then day 2, I'm singing at the table. Munir hears me on the table, hears that people are paying me to sing songs. He pays me $20 for Hotel California, which is his favorite song for obvious reasons. We stay friends. He's like, come drinking with me tonight. I'm like, that's a terrible idea. All right, let's do it. So, you know, I meet that guy and he's like, you know, we have this no filter poker tour. I think you would be perfect for it, Duncan. Come on, let's go. Let's do this thing.
I will stop you, Duncan Blake, citizen of Sweden.
I fly in last minute, feel this, get to see Sweden, get to see Estonia. Get surrounded by 7 Finnish people at the final table of the legends and get absolutely sniper rifled by their snow team.
Finland is for me.
Okay, good luck, Duncan. Tommy with the snap call.
For Duncan, it's not to be, unfortunately.
Good luck, Finland. Run it up, take it down. You got my chips, that's worth a lot. If you don't win it, I'll be disappointed, sonny boy.
How did that feel? Because you did really well at Legends as well. So you've turned up here, not only singing to everyone, entertaining everyone all week, this is just, I know you're pulling the energy from everyone else in, but exhausting. But you actually made the Legends final table as well, which was great fun. How did that feel to make, knowing like people like Mizrachi's here, Scotty's here, Helpy's here?
I mean, it feels phenomenal to actually have the results to back it up, to play with some of the best here, to get to know the world, to get to know the players, to get to share my unique brand of love and fire to everybody who's here. It makes me a bigger person. It makes me a better voice. The jam is, it's about love. Poker is the best form of therapy for men. If you can get it, I'm in. We're in Tallinn.
It's been great to get to know the real Duncan Blake.
My honor, Glenn. You absolutely bring it. You're here for the long haul and you're here for the right reasons.
All the best, man. Safe flight home. Guys, Duncan Blake, I need not say any more.
Lose your filters right now. We're playing poker, baby.
So why would you come to Estonia to play poker? Well, it's the epicenter of Nordic poker. It's the only casino of this size where you can have players from not only the Nordics, but actually all of Europe nowadays playing games of different choices, not only Texas. A good component of any tournament series out there is, of course, a great community. Prize pool doesn't matter. 90% of us will lose money. So we need to have a good time when we're at location.
Yeah, there's a special community always here when you come to play Olympic Casino tournaments in Tallinn. I have formed many friendships with poker. I think Kings of Tallinn is a lot of fun, nice challenge for everybody because the level of play is nowadays quite high.
High quality of service, dealers, organization. Of course, the marketing and also communication between the players.
A lot of Finnish players come, a lot of Swedish players come, and a lot of local players come and they have fun. So it's a bit more relaxed here than in most other poker stops. It means a lot to be a Kings of Tallinn main event winner. You get your name to the stairs here, and you're appreciated in many ways when you're a main event winner here, and you get invited to special events, so it's a very nice thing.
It's a great pastime activity, it's a great hobby. You use your brain, you meet people from all walks of life. You can travel a fair bit, and wherever you go, most people knows the rules, so you meet people in different cultures, different settings, but they play all the same game, and we all love the game. That's why poker.
täna avame Baltimaade kõige suuremat isekotikeskust.
When a woman realizes that she's not alone in this big poker world, she gains motivation, confidence, just becomes a strong warrior. A lot of people think that in women-only poker tournaments, the skill level is not the same. But a lot of people keep on forgetting that anybody can beat anybody. Women play poker a little bit differently than men. They are more sticky players, but I have never seen a female poker player flipping over the poker table because of the bad beat. Queens of Tallinn stopped being just women's tournament practically when it was just announced in 2023, because this was the first time in Europe when we had the 3-day non-stop poker games. So this was something fantastic.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
I really hope that the future players, when they hear the Queens of Tallinn, they will feel this warmth that comes out of the players that we have over here, and that this is something that they will be, trying to participate and achieve and get that crown. Competition at Queens of Tallinn can be tough. It depends, of course, on the table, but at the same time, it's a friendly competition. It is very important to see women lifting trophies, no matter the tournament. Of course, in Queens, it's especially nice because everybody, is so friendly and familiar with each other. But just in general, to see a woman win is always nice, and it's very motivating.
I'm very, very happy that we're coming back to Estonia, back to Olympic Casino. We will do 2 stops here in Tallinn, one in the summer and one in the autumn. And then we will have a stop each weekend in Vilnius and in Riga. So I'm very, very excited coming back home. I think we at the festival, we bring a community like no other event, in the sense that it's truly are as many people from Hungary, as from Germany, as from Ireland, as from Sweden. Somehow with the mixed games, but still a lot of Texas, but with the mixed games, the road is open to get to know people from all walks of life, from all countries. So we bring a different community.
suuremat sisekotikeskust.
When a woman realizes that she's not alone in this big poker world, she gains motivation, confidence, just becomes a strong warrior. A lot of people think that in women-only poker tournaments, the skill level is not the same. But a lot of people keep on forgetting that anybody can beat anybody. Women play poker a little bit differently than men. They are more sticky players, but I have never seen a female poker player flipping over the poker table because of the bad beat. Queens of Tallinn stopped being just women's tournament practically when it was just announced in 2023, because this was the first time in Europe when we had the 3-day non-stop poker games. So this was something fantastic.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
I really hope that the future players, when they hear the Queens of Tallinn, they will feel this warmth that comes out of the players that we have over here, and that this is something that they will be, trying to participate and achieve and get that crown. Competition at Queens of Tallinn can be tough. It depends, of course, on the table, but at the same time, it's a friendly competition. It is very important to see women lifting trophies, no matter the tournament. Of course, in Queens, it's especially nice because everybody, is so friendly and familiar with each other. But just in general, to see a woman win is always nice, and it's very motivating.
I'm very, very happy that we're coming back to Estonia, back to Olympic Casino. We will do 2 stops here in Tallinn, one in the summer and one in the autumn. And then we will have a stop each weekend in Vilnius and in Riga. So I'm very, very excited coming back home. I think we at the festival, we bring a community like no other event, in the sense that it's truly are as many people from Hungary, as from Germany, as from Ireland, as from Sweden. Somehow with the mixed games, but still a lot of Texas, but with the mixed games, the road is open to get to know people from all walks of life, from all countries. So we bring a different community.
I get the chance to truly be myself.
I hear somebody call the World Series of Poker a poker festival, so I'm like, you know what, this is gonna be my Burning Man this year. But where's the music? Okay, I gotta bring the music.
I'm a maniac, maniac on the floor.
I just randomly wander into a corner of New York, rap, freestyle, get 1 million views, feel that energy coursing through me. Fly out to Vegas, I go out and buy a cowboy hat, I step into character, then I'm that guy.
Right, good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the No Filter series here in Tallinn at the OlyBet Casino in Hilton Park. Wow, what a week. I'm with a very special guest. I know we spoke to him early on. Duncan Blake, welcome. How are you, sir? Nice to catch up.
I am right as rain. It is good to be seeing you. It's good to be seeing you all here. And it's an honor to sit with you, Glenn. Come on.
Thank you very much. I want to find out who the real Duncan Blake is.
He's serenading me to call. My name is Duncan Blake. I'm 26 days old. Duncan Bradford Horst was a being who had 39 good years, died in the middle of France after a castle fell on his head, and Duncan Blake came here with 2 hats. White hat is for loving people.
I'm a maniac.
Black hat is for taking everybody's chips.
We're gonna do it because it's about energy. Excuse my French.
Estonia. You've come out to Estonia. It's your first trip here. What do you think of Tallinn?
I mean, this is the real Wild West now, right? Tallinn, Estonia, beautiful people.
Respect from America. Crushed it.
beautiful women, beautiful men. I love the old town. So I surf out of here. I walk straight through the park. I go to an old town place. I eat a deer. I absorb its energy. I come back. I hunt.
Need you more than ever. And if you love me, hold me tight. And you push them in forever.
Poker brings you around the world to do it. Poker brings you around the world to meet people, meet men, meet women you would never meet otherwise.
Play ball!
Let's go! No. I mean, I watched you on the WSOP singing to people at the tables and stuff, and the next thing I know, I meet you in Estonia. So how does it go from there to here?
What actually ends up happening, I hear somebody call the World Series of Poker a poker festival. So I'm like, you know what? This is going to be my Burning Man this year. But where's the music? Okay, I gotta bring the music.
Winner takes it all, the loser's standing small.
I wear an American flag suit, and at exactly midnight on July 4th, I sing, God Bless America. It gets like 1 million views on the WSOP, right? Mike Murphy, tournament director, is in it. All the tournament directors know me, love me now. And then 2 dudes are like, yo, are you playing the main event? I was gonna fly home on the 6th. I was like, no. They're like, no, you have to play. The energy's amazing. I'm like, I'm not planning on it, guys. My clothes stink. They smell like a dog rolled in something dead. They're like, all right, we will roll you.
All I wanted was to break your walls.
So that's how I got to the main event. Then day 2, I'm singing at the table. Munir hears me on the table, hears that people are paying me to sing songs. He pays me $20 for Hotel California, which is his favorite song for obvious reasons. We stay friends. He's like, come drinking with me tonight. I'm like, that's a terrible idea. All right, let's do it. So, you know, I meet that guy and he's like, you know, we have this no filter poker tour. I think you would be perfect for it, Duncan. Come on, let's go. Let's do this thing.
I will stop you. Duncan Blake, citizen of Sweden.
I fly in last minute, feel this, get to see Sweden, get to see Estonia. Get surrounded by 7 Finnish people at the final table of the legends and get absolutely sniper rifled by their snow team.
Finland is for me.
Okay, good luck, Duncan. Tommy with the snap call.
For Duncan, it's not to be, unfortunately.
Good luck, Finland. Run it up, take it down. You got my chips, that's worth a lot. If you don't win it, I'll be disappointed, sonny boy.
How did that feel? Because you did really well at Legends as well. So you've turned up here, not only singing to everyone, entertaining everyone all week, this is just, I know you're pulling the energy from everyone else in, but exhausting. But you actually made the Legends final table as well, which was great fun. How did that feel to make, knowing like people like Mizrachi's here, Scotty's here, Helpy's here?
I mean, it feels phenomenal to actually have the results to back it up, to play with some of the best here, to get to know the world, to get to know the players, to get to share my unique brand of love and fire to everybody who's here. It makes me a bigger person. It makes me a better voice. The jam is, it's about love. Poker is the best form of therapy for men. If you can get it, I'm in. We're in Tallinn.
It's been great to get to know the real Duncan Blake.
My honor, Glenn. You absolutely bring it. You're here for the long haul and you're here for the right reasons.
All the best, man. Safe flight home. Guys, Duncan Blake. I need not say any more.
Lose your filters right now. We're playing poker, baby.
So why would you come to Estonia to play poker? Well, it's the epicenter of Nordic poker. It's the only casino of this size where you can have players from not only the Nordics, but actually all of Europe nowadays playing games of different choices, not only Texas. A good component of any tournament series out there is, of course, a great community. Prize pool doesn't matter. 90% of us will lose money. So we need to have a good time when we're at location.
Yeah, there's a special community always here when you come to play Olympic Casino tournaments in Tallinn. I have formed many friendships with poker. I think Kings of Tallinn is a lot of fun, nice challenge for everybody because the level of play is nowadays quite high.
High quality of service, dealers, organization. Of course, the marketing and also communication between the players.
A lot of Finnish players come, a lot of Swedish players come, and a lot of local players come and they have fun. So it's a bit more relaxed here than in most other poker stops. It means a lot to be a Kings of Tallinn main event winner. You get your name to the stairs here, and you're appreciated in many ways when you're a main event winner here, and you get invited to special events, so it's a very nice thing.
It's a great pastime activity, it's a great hobby. You use your brain, you meet people from all walks of life. You can travel a fair bit, and wherever you go, most people knows the rules, so you meet people in different cultures, different settings, but they play all the same game, and we all love the game. That's why poker.
Täna me avame Baltimaade kõige suuremat isekotikeskust.
I'm very, very happy that we're coming back to Estonia, back to Olympic Casino. We will do 2 stops here in Tallinn, one in the summer and one in the autumn. And then we will have a stop each weekend in Vilnius and in Riga. So I'm very, very excited coming back home. I think we at the festival, we bring a community like no other event, in the sense that it's truly are as many people from Hungary, as from Germany, as from Ireland, as from Sweden. Somehow with the mixed games, but still a lot of Texas, but with the mixed games, the road is open to get to know people from all walks of life, from all countries. So we bring a different community.
Of Tallinn. Oh, and we are muted. Jason Gladster and Wise Guy in the booth now. You can hear us as well. And not only look at these beautiful popcorn things that we have in front of us. Are you trying it?
We should just throw at Glenn, I think, instead.
Let's do that. All right, this is Kings of Tallinn. The shenanigans are going, as you can see. So we're heading right back to the final three in the PLO 1100 4-5 cards championship. We have the final 3 players here back from the break. We have them lined up to fight for the crown. As you can see, the break is just about to end. And they are fighting for a prize up top. They're looking back now at the screen. How much was it I can win?
32,070 euros, Arunis. So that's how much you can win. But you've already locked up 14,960 euros. You are coming in as a short stack, but we could see you have more than $1 million in front of you. It's Fabian with the 3-handed lead at the moment. And 3-handed PLO, that can be action-packed. We could be in for a marathon based on the stack depths at a moment, but don't be surprised if anything happens here.
Yeah.
Range has become much wider.
Exactly. And also they have just new, of course, blind level in play. And they play 4 and 5 card, round of each. Every time the button comes around to the seat 1, it's changed. So now we're on the 5 card version.
I think that's why it might have been a misdeal. I thought it was a walk at first, but it was probably that it was dealt out 4 cards.
I think so.
It happens. It happens more in dealer's choice games, I would say, than in a round of each scenario, but coming fresh off a break, it's easy to happen.
And Jason, just before the break, I was out of the booth. Were anyone taking the driver's seat of these players?
I mean, it was basically Fabian showing the most moves and aggression, both pre-flop and post-flop, but it's not that he's been like a maniac by any means. And we can see he's right at it. The 4-5 is connected with each other, but you know, this isn't. This is strong enough on the button, but it's not like a mega hand 5-handed. But meanwhile, Arunis with the mystery hand, he hasn't folded it yet. He's trying to get the reader to read them for us, it looks like. And here we go. It's a bunch of rags with a king. If that king was like a 9 or a 7, he's maybe going to see a flop at least.
Yeah, and we had Scott Kenyon in the booth just before the break with you, Jason, and he was, of course, rooting for Fabian, his teammate, as we can see up top in this chip count. We had Tomas exiting just before the break in 4th place, 11,000 euros for him. And on to the next one. Maybe he just ran to late reg the 3K PLO high roller.
He said it was the 350, but I wouldn't put it past him. But I did check the names. We do have Kai Leto that re-entered that. They are on dinner break, and we are actually going to head on over there as soon as this is over after a short break to set up. That could be at 9 this evening. It could be as late as like 10 or 11. It's not going to go that much further than that. But let's see how things go. Right now, there were 24 entries on break. It was an action-packed affair, apparently, because there were only 6 players remaining with late registration closing on break. Kai Leto re-entered for his second bullet on the break, and he's the only player to re-enter so far, but there's still about 30 minutes for players to get back into the action or get into the action the first time, and I'm not going to be surprised if it's 2 tables to start, but we could be looking at already a final table coming after late registration is closed.
Yeah, might be the case. Let's see about that.
Meanwhile, we have a blind-on-blind battle. Arunis getting it in with the 9-5-3-3 double suited, and his clubs are no good, and Fabian with those strong diamonds. This is such a pretty hand to play in position, the king 10, 9-7. It isn't double suited, but it's still pretty.
Absolutely.
And not the worst flop for Arunis. He has the open ender. Really just the wheel is the nuts. The 6 is a little bit of a danger card, and it's Fabian with the top pair and more. 4 of hearts on the turn. Arunis still behind, but neither player with the 4. Arunis with the flush draw, with the open ender. The 6 would get the job done in his particular case, but it's not a safe card against the range of Fabian, which could include just about anything. And a 7 on the river. So it is trips for Fabian, but Arunis has been known to try to steal things away before. It just would not be the best of spots, but he checks. And Fabian has got to be thinking, am I getting value out of anything here? And maybe a 4, but went to 4, I've already bet the turn. So let's see how he plays this. I think he's still going to try to get a little bit of value. I just wouldn't be surprised if he just checks it back, knowing Arunis could trap. But the expected move looks like it's coming. It looks like he's going to size it up a little bit here.
Yep.
Looks like around 355, but let's see. It's hard to tell when it's a big chunk. He just grabs it once. It's 280, so a little bit less. It's a good sizing in a few ways, because if he's raised over, some of the time Arunis may be bluffing, but it's much harder here than it is in a cash game, I would say. And Fabian should be able to let go at that stage, and if not, he might be able to get thin value over, like some kind of a pocket pair or maybe even a 4. But as we can see, Arunis doesn't have anything. I'm not sure what took him so long there, and folds.
Have we discussed about Fabian's choice of clothing today? The all-in shirt on a PLO day.
Well, yeah, but it's like he's, he likes to wear the swag, I think, that's given to him. So, he's wearing a GG hat, but that's actually a Poker Code branded, one of the training sites out there. But I know he's a member of that community as well.
Yeah, and he goes around playing live a lot. You can follow him on Instagram. I know he updates a lot there as well. And I think he goes to as many festivals as he can, actually.
I'm rather impressed with Fabian because it's not easy, both mentally and profit-wise, to beat not just the game, but all the travel costs bouncing around from A to Z. It's not that Fabian is always playing 1Ks and higher. He's playing, the 350s, the 150s even. He's just grinding and grinding and grinding away. And even though it looks like he's flag hunting because he's always in the top 10 in the leaderboard, he's not actively doing that. He's staying for full festivals, trying to get the most EV he can, which is, very smart, actually. You can go for more the lifetime thing, try to go for a few different places, and where you're having some fun, why not stick around and come back as well? Because Fabian is now a regular here. I believe it's at least the third time, if not more, that he's been to Olympic Park Casino.
Yeah. And now then, interesting board, because the nuts are there for Sebastian. He checks them. And so you can see Arunis with the open ender, the 2-pair. Checks behind as well. So round check on this gives... I was about to say Fabian gets a set on the turn, but he did not. But it does give... they both have a straight, of course, Sebastian and Arunis, but they both checked it. And Sebastian with the better one.
And I think I know he's blocking with the jack, but yeah, I think he needs to bet here. And he does fire out. And he may even get a call from Arunis with the top 2. Has an open ender if he doesn't believe his opponent has the nuts at the moment.
He has a straight as well, Arunis, the smaller one. But
yeah, he has a smaller straight, that's true. So he has to call with the smaller straight, regardless of the top 2, giving him more outs to a boat, which he needs to complete, as we can see here, unless a queen comes on the river. But instead it is a king, so the queen jack by Sebastian is the stone cold nuts. And let's see if he bets or tries to trap Arunis into seeking value and to gain potentially more chips. But I think this just gets checked back too often, so for me I'm actually betting here. But looks like Sebastian is not only betting, but betting large. Nearly the entire pot. He bets $500,000. And we can see the cards, but Arunis can't, so it's not as easy a spot as you think. Although I am a little bit surprised he called so quickly.
Ooh,
wow.
All right.
I mean, it is second nuts. It was a very hard spot for Arunis. I'm just surprised he didn't think a little bit more. I'm not surprised that he called.
No, I agreed. But that's the biggest pot so far.
And a clear chip lead for Sebastian.
Yes.
He was a chip leader earlier. Fabian was chip leader, and then now back as chip leader. And it looks like we have a new sheriff in town once again. And maybe a Cinderella story brewing, because it looks like a single big blind, maybe a little bit more still left in Arunis' stack. Yeah, he's all in pre-flop. So he took a read of Fabi's T-shirt and said, well, how can I actually live by your T-shirt? Okay, I have to lose almost my entire stack to
to be able to
the one player I cover, to Sebastian, and then now I'm all in. You can't stop me. All in pre.
So not heads up yet, but Arunis needs a chip and a share story here to get back in contention with these guys, because now, as you said, Jason, he's forced all in.
And stranger things have happened, especially in PLO. It's just a couple hands and you're back into it. But this hand is the crucial one. It all starts here for Arunis.
Yeah.
And it's still PLO4.
Yeah, one more hand of four-handed, and there we have the confirmation that he's already all in. So expecting Fabian to limp this one to have the maximum potential of getting to the heads up by eliminating Arunis. And pretty hand for Fabian, but due to that reason, I think he only called, or did he min raise? No,
it's not that pretty with the deuce. Actually, it's.
But three-handed, it's you would raise three-handed.
I would raise just because I'm on the button. I
Yeah.
would be raising even wider than that, obviously. But it's not a super strong holding. It is now.
It is now. Yeah, bad news for Arunis because he needs many helping cards, running cards, if this is going to be the comeback start
and
for
Sebastian
him now.
with the open ender as well. You know, there's just so much. He's just lucky that there's no diamond, so he actually does have some hope. Not very much, but there is a thin amount.
Yeah, and of course blocking some of the backdoor outs.
Oh, nobody with the 7-9. What does Seb have? He still has. He has bottom two. So
Yeah, but the main thing is that Arunis is drawing dead, so he will be eliminated in third place. Just a matter of this pot going to either Fabian or Sebastian.
He's going to check it back here. If you check the flop with the third diamond coming and hope that the board pairs, not knowing that he's already ahead. And if the board does pair, this could be a little bit worrisome, actually, for...
Sebastian having a boat as well, so...
Yeah.
Small one, but...
But it's going to be hard to get away,
Yeah.
If I'm Fabian, I'm actually sizing it up. I mean, it's only 210 in the pot, so I'm basically betting the pot here.
Yeah.
You go for max or nothing. You're going to get a fold a lot of the time, but we see this is the one instance where you're possibly not. Now, if he does bet here because, to go check, and, the ICM and whatnot of letting a player go out, we may see actually a full house folded on the final three of the stream.
Interesting now, because since he chooses to do a small bet, Sebastian is just thinking about whether to raise this one now instead, because he would have called a pot size bet, but now he does raise, right? Wow. Ouch. And now Arunis feels like, okay, I can leave, I can go, I can get my coat, I'm out of here, guys.
Yeah, your 8's no good, my friend. But let's see what Fabi does. Like, is it going to be raised back? The only hand he's behind is sixes. And he shouldn't be that worried about that. Especially since Arunis is already all in, and if he's up against the sixes, Arunis is out too. He has to raise here. And target those 8 sixes, 5 sixes, pocket 8s, pocket 5s.
Exactly.
Maybe even the unlikely queen 6 as well. There's one queen left. He is raising.
Yeah, I know. Sebastian is just...
What did I do? And he does just call.
Wow. Big pot for Fabian getting into the heads up with 2.5 versus Sebastian's 1.6 and eliminated then in third place.
So
the Lithuanian.
Almost for 15,000 euros, 14,960. So that'll add to the cash game bankroll. And we do also have another lead change here. So Fabian will start heads up with a basically a 5-3 chip advantage.
Maybe the other way around.
Yeah. Interesting turn of events in this hand where they were just like, yeah, just limp and see what happens and get the third guy out, play a small pot and go on to the heads up. But turned out to a big one. Boat versus boat, and Fabian has the commanding chip lead. But, of course, being PLO could turn around quickly. But England versus Germany then. It seems like a World Cup soccer kind of thing happening here, the finals.
Yeah.
Is it coming home?
Maybe in the Olympics, maybe they're facing each other.
Yeah, they might as well. What sport would be most likely to have them in the final in the Olympics?
Certainly not ice hockey.
No, certainly not. Well, let's see.
Maybe swimming.
Maybe, yeah.
Or some weird event involving snow and guns and skis.
Yeah, actually, not many from Great Britain in that one. A lot of Germans, though, in biathlon, but yeah.
That's funny to watch.
It is, for sure. And this is funny to watch because now we have aces and queens.
Wow, wow,
What a
wow.
start of the heads up.
And kings for Fabi.
Defending. Wow.
He needs to defend wide anyway, so this is definitely a candidate. And are we going to get some flavor of action on the flop? And it is top set here for Fabi, so action it is, and it's
and
a lot of outs.
draw.
Yeah,
Is it going in the first hand of the heads up?
a gut shot to the straight and an overpair.
Wow, action Jackson.
Fabi should be raising here. You say, why would you raise top set and hold them? Maybe you're thinking twice and reevaluating.
You see Lenka coming with the trophy. Maybe
With
she
the
doesn't have
gloves.
time to put it out before it's done.
Oh, it's an all in a call.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at this, guys. We might be over in the first
One
hand.
And it's top set. Look at this. It's like a complete setup, really. Like the players are laughing at the about this, that we're all in first hand. Like, how did this happen?
Yeah, they stand up together. You can see in the background we're 13 minutes from the next blind level. We're heads up in the 1100 PLO4-5 championship. It's Fabian with the top set, but Sebastian has a lot of
Look at this. This is the photo right here. Like the two guys sweating it together. I love it. Oh my God!
Wow!
So now just one out for Fabi.
now
They're
let's
just
sit
sitting
back.
down.
Let's
All
sit
the
back.
friendship went away. You see Fabi drop the color.
Wow!
Wow.
No king, and
that's nuts. I mean, he was miles ahead pre-flop, but when the money gets in, it's a coin flip situation more or less, and unlucky for Fabi because, Fabi has he needs to pull ahead of Frankie. So Fabi won a trophy in two different formats already. He won in Hold'em over in Vilnius at the final event, and he won that very difficult open-face Chinese event here.
Yeah.
And now heads up in the highest profile PLO event. I know we have a high roller coming up, but certainly the championship has its prestige. The 3K is a new event that will probably reach that level of status pretty soon based on the players that are going to be participating in it. But for now, this is probably going to have just as large a prize pool with 139 entries. So tough one for Fabi. He was going for trophy number 3. The only other player to win trophies at the first two festivals hosted at OlyBet is actually none other than Frankie.
That's what you mean. He needs to get ahead of Frankie. All right.
Yes. It just took me a little while to get there, but
exactly. I was almost like, when the punchline coming here? But you got there.
I was waiting for Lenka.
You got there, my friend, and you can see now the trophy is where it should be, middle of the table. And these guys now, as you can see, Fabian by no means out of this one.
He'll need some help, though.
Yeah.
Because even a double up, it's basically still behind. But so he needs a chip up, double up, or a double up, chip up. And then it's back to even Steven. But a rough one for Fabi. It's never nice.
Yeah, but he took it with grace, though. All smiles.
He was all smiles, but it was like shell-shocked when that card came, and you can't really blame him, to be fair.
No.
As a player as experienced as him, I have all the respect in the world for Fabian. And Seb with a bunch of rags. And not defending with a 3, another 3, and a 2 in his hand. And there's a little smile from Fabi. It's always nice, though, because Fabi likes to play the events that I like to, attend, running a company, basically. So, we have events, we have partnership with OlyBet, but, let's just say that we also leave the Baltics from time to time with other partnerships that we have. I come up to these events because I've been doing so for more than 10 years, and I want to be here anyway.
Yeah.
But in general, I'm going to trips that I want to go on these days, either because of the people there or just because maybe I'm planning to play something. And I run into Fabi quite a lot, at least 3 to 5 times a year outside of the Baltics.
Now then, 4 cards and mystery hand for Fabi this time, as Sebastian just connects with the 4, so it goes check, check. And the board pairs. Can you name Fabi's exact hand here, please?
It depends on what he does here.
Check, check
My
again.
guess is the 4 is actually ahead into the river, but a diamond coming.
Running
Seb with that nut
diamonds.
flush blocker, which is a lot less meaningful in heads up PLO than it would be in a 8 max situation, even a 6 max situation.
So a little stab at the pot for Fabi, and most likely getting away with that one.
Maybe, maybe not.
I mean, there would be a chance that Sebastian used the blocker, but since it's a pair
I
board.
mean, I think he...
Oh.
Is he calling?
He raised.
He was
raised.
raising. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Because it doesn't make a lot of sense to check the turn and bet
And
the
now
river.
interesting, since we don't know the hand of Fabi, he could actually have a hand here. I mean...
But I think if he had the 9, he's betting the turn with 2 flush draws on the board.
Yeah.
Unless he booted up with the king 9, but then he's possibly...
And he would have called already.
Yeah. And then he would be thinking about whether he should re-raise again.
Yeah, but it's nothing
Just to get
behind,
it in.
so...
Oh, yeah, it's a jam
Yeah.
size. That's right. So, yeah, he would have called already.
Yeah.
He might have a bear 9.
Yeah, since he's thinking he at least has a king.
It would be a
But-
great spot to do Hollywooding when you really have nothing and got your hand caught in the cookie jar, considering we can't see what you have. But I think he...
I mean, he must be on the flush here, right? Low flush? Middle flush?
He may have a 9 that he's kind of blocking, but he may have a small flush. Let's see.
Small flush.
This explains quite a lot about the check, 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 check.
This is tough, though. 7. Deuce. Flush.
And it's not that we've seen Seb at all. I mean,
And it's for the tournament.
do
I mean,
this.
if it's wrong, he's out. So...
I think I fold here, and I would cry later when I watch it on the stream, but it just, like, it's not what we've seen from Seb on the final table, this move. So he picked the right time to do it, it looks like. He was
Yeah.
saving it up. And gets Fabi to fold the flush. Is he going to show?
Oh, he showed, right?
No, I don't think he did.
You don't? I thought it was face up.
Mr. Poker Code. Come on, Mr. Poker Code.
What's Fabian doing now?
I think he's finding a spot. It's not maybe just with Frankie that he has a beer when he's heads up, because he doesn't drink usually when he was playing, but the only time he does is when when it seems to be like heads up against someone like Frankie.
Yeah, okay.
You know, to celebrate with the person. Now
Yeah.
Frankie's drinking the 0.0, but even then, you know, he enjoys having a drink with somebody.
Yeah.
He can pretend that it's it's 0.0 plus 5%.
Exactly, yeah. So, not over yet. Fabian now on the button, and 4 card coming up.
I think I might hop into the spinning gold, Andreas. I don't know how you feel about that, but we can
Tell me
actually...
about it.
I mean,
There
it's
are different
100.
versions.
It's 110 buy-in.
Okay.
And you get a team participation point, which comes in very handy for me, considering I'd never signed up for a team because I would drag any team down with my sporadic play, my planned sporadic play, to be fair. But yeah, it's 110, and it's 3 max. And if you win, you make it to tomorrow's second day. And then eventually, I think it plays down to a final table for the final day on Sunday.
But it's still like increasing blinds. You're not all in at once, right?
No. It's one round, one orbit, and then the blinds go up.
Okay.
You start with 15 big blinds, so it's not like complete. You don't have to push fold right away.
Deep stacks for calling it spin and go.
Yeah. The blinds do double right away, though.
Yeah,
3
okay.
hands in.
All right, now then, another mystery hand. Seems like Fabian is too busy concentrating on his heads up to spread the cards in that box for us at the moment. But we can see that Sebastian this time has a jack.
To be fair, it looks
and
like he
a
does
gut
have them
shot.
in the box.
In the box, but they're on top of each other. I think he needs to spread them a bit.
Gotcha.
No, reveal time and
no bueno.
No bueno, exactly.
Yeah, but it's Fabi betting his no bueno and Seb folding his no bueno. So Fabi back up to 7-10. Just picking up a little bitty one there. I think we just saw Mr. Christopher Carlin walking through the background. You could check out the reports on the other events. He's roaming around everywhere at poker.pro. There's a little bit more focus today on the main event as well, being it's the final 2 opening fights, but there's a lot of other events going on that we'll have updates throughout the day and early evening.
Yeah.
Which we're in now. It's already early evening.
It is actually. It doesn't feel like
Time
that.
is flying. It's already almost 8:30, my friend.
All right. So far with a mystery hand, Sebastian is calling.
No, it's this time Sebastian with the... Maybe they agreed.
We take turns to keep the commentators on their toes. Yeah. We go through a flop in a limp pot, and it's a 9-high one. Did we have a 10-jack?
We did. Do.
And
but we have some
flush
hearts
draw.
and Seb's hand.
Yeah. And a jack blocker, so the
Uh-huh.
flush comes on the turn as you get him in
mark.
check.
And Seb is going to bet. Yeah, I think he said pot, which makes sense in a limp pot situation. And Fabi has to now once again make a decision, but this time he's thinking maybe he doesn't have the flush. I have the 10 of hearts blocker.
Yeah, interesting now, because now when Seb received a rather quick call on his pot bet, Sebastian on the button
think
with
he's
just a
checking
jack
it.
high, yeah. I mean, he's not getting paid by...
And I think he is betting the pot, actually.
did?
So there's
Oh,
no
wow.
check. He's trying to go for max value, thinking his jack-high flush is good, which we see it is.
Nice aggressive play from Sebastian here.
Fabi was about to reach. He
Wow.
did reach for something. He doesn't believe this.
He doesn't. Maybe Sebastian actually did show the bluff the other... Oh, he
no.
calls it off. Wow.
So he
And-
folds when he could have called. It's a tough one. Maybe he has a false read, actually, that we don't see on Seb from earlier, and Seb has switched it up. That's also possible.
Yeah. So just almost crumbles left for Fabian Bartosz of Germany against Sebastian Crane, England.
A Cinderella story would be nice. Not that we are rooting for Fabian outright. We just want some competition. We need him to come back, and then they can battle a little bit. But it's not looking very likely that will happen. He'll need a lot of help.
Yeah, and 32,000 up top. If Sebastian walks away with that, it would be the second biggest live score of his life, because he actually won an 1,100 pound or 1,250 pound Grosvenor UK Poker Tour main event 2 years ago, good for $87,000.
Was it round of each, Omaha 4, Omaha 5?
I can confirm it was no limit hold'em. the
Okay, so
Cadillac.
it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. Yeah, this would be his real first score, big score, right?
Yes, yes.
You're starting to sound like Scott Kenyon now from the Boo Hold'em Club.
Oh, no. No, I do like playing Hold'em tournaments, to be fair, but when you come to the Kings of Tallinn and you have everything else, it's I do enjoy playing, let's say, something like a pot limit Raz tournament, because I do like Raz to some degree. I wouldn't want to play it every day.
Yeah.
But to play it one day and then maybe a few months later, that sounds like a lot of fun to me.
Absolutely. So we'll see if this is the hand Fabian chooses to go with. As you can see, just having 130 behind and 10 high.
Is this it?
Is this it?
Is this it?
Yeah, it's if he goes with this one, this might be it, because it's not a pretty hand, but it's 5 cards.
Seb seems like a fun guy, actually.
Yeah.
He's been smiles most of the way.
Fabian says, okay, let's go.
Gamble.
I'm committed with the small blind. And he
Oh,
doesn't
man,
like
look
his
at
hand.
this. It's like,
wow.
but he's dominating the 10-7-5-3-3.
Wow.
Jack 7-5-4-2 is actually a little bit connected.
All right.
But he's priced in to really call any five unless he has trips in his hand. He has
And
two
actually, they're not
live
all in
flush
yet
draws.
because Fabian and Sebastian did
Ooh,
not raise
Fabian
him.
has some fold equity here with 30K
exactly.
behind. If the sneaky 10% sizing actually happens in PLO.
Spades, no. They both have a jack, right?
No, only
oh yeah, sorry,
Seb
only
has.
Seb has. Okay, so now then, the cards on their back and Fabian needing help. This might be the last hand of the tournament.
The 4 of spades is what we want to see, just to keep like some draws alive. We would like to see Fabi stick around for a little bit.
Is he going to hand over the trophy?
He's already handing it over. I love this. Wow.
This is good.
And Seb's like, that's bad luck. That's bad luck. He wants the 3 right away. The 3 of clubs is not the one he wants, so there's only one particular 3 he wants.
Fabian really wants to give the trophy away, and
now it's
that's
only 3.
the 3. Oh,
it's an 8, but any 3 will get it done, or an 8 for that matter. But it's the deuce of hearts, so it is showers for our trophy hunter, Fabian Bartusz, and congratulations to Sebastian, a valiant victory worth 32,070 euros.
Sebastian Crane, England, takes down the 1100 PLO4-5 championship, and Fabian has to just settle for second place, but he's having a good series so far and another big score, so I'm sure he's happy. And there you see again Christopher Carlin of Poker.pro, and he will have a big write-up about this one as well, so if you want to read back and have all the details, and you can read it as well on the media. But this was the final table of the 1100, and we will also shortly go back to see the prize, the trophy being handed over to Sebastian.
Nice, and it's 32,070 euros for Sebastian Crane. I believe this is his first visit to Tallinn. It's not somebody I've seen here before. It's not a name that I recognized before. It's a face I've recognized, though, from before, so a very experienced player from what we've seen. He was able to navigate through a very difficult field, including being one of the best all-round players, you know, no matter what the game is, and Fabian Bartusz heads up. So massive props to Sebastian and everybody that cashed, and yeah, I had fun in the booth. It was really interesting to watch the different styles that all the players imposed in this PLO event.
Yep. And we will have more PLO coming up as well with the high roller in a moment's time. But for now, let's go back to the table and see the winner presentation for Sebastian Crane.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner in the Pot Limit Omaha Championship. This is Kings of Tallinn 2026 and the 1,100 euro Pot Limit Omaha. And the winner from England, please give a hand to Sebastian Crane.
Thank you so much.
And then they can take
Now you put your chair down. Okay.
There we have it. Teresa Nusiainen and the floorman handing over the trophy to Sebastian, and all smiles about taking the second biggest win of his live career, at least, then, if we're counting money-wise. But as you said, Jason, the first real one. Since
The
this
first
is
real one, yes.
PLO. All right. So I think we're all going to go on a break now to set up the PLO high rollers. It's a 3K buy-in, right?
Yeah, I got 32 entries, a bunch of last-minute entries, including Juha Helpi. There's 2 tables of action, and they're playing for a prize pool of over 85,000 euros.
Yeah, so that should be a good one. And around 9 o'clock, we'll have about 30-minute break. There will be a clock counting down for you in screen. But then we'll be back for more PLO action coming up shortly.
And if you're watching on YouTube, you'll have to click on a different stream. That's new information that we just received.
Good.
So, but if you're watching on other means, you'll be able to figure it out. But, come back in. It's going to be an absolute blast. If you enjoyed the 1K, picture what the 3K is going to look like.
Yeah. So see you soon for more PLO action from Tallinn. Bye.